Well, as the palm trees sway and the sun comes out, nothing is the same, but one thing is the same. We have baseball here in Palm Springs. Game 5 of the 2024 summer baseball season right here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network. EJ Sanchez along with Jayce Cicinelli for the call tonight. Thank you so much for spending just a little bit of your weekend here with us in Palm Springs. And coming into today, Jayce, the Power going against the Inland Valley Legend. Me and you talked off air before this. A game that a lot of people have wanted to see for a number of reasons, but mainly, most importantly, the only team to take down the Power last season in that 30-1 campaign.
Yeah, I mean, talking to some of the players, NBP today, they are ready to go. Talking to Aiden Torek, who's been absolutely on fire for the Power. You're talking about 5 hits in his last game, including his second home run of the season. And the home run leader last year for Power only had 2. He's already at 2 in 4 games. This is going to have everything. You got the southpaw on the mound for Power, and Josh Martinez threw the ball absolutely exceptionally well. 3 shutout innings, only 1 base runner, allowed 5 strikeouts, and that was a walk. So still hitless as far as giving up a hit, and it's the right guy to have on the mound in this type of game.
A lot to be excited about as we open up CPCL play. Of course, the first 4 games of the season will count towards the slate, but this is where the money is, Jayce. These are the games that count towards a CPCL championships. As we get ready to bring you tonight's starting lineups, we'll start with the visiting Inland Valley Legends. Xander McLaurin, he'll play center field out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Gavin Grutschmacher will be at second base, batting 2. Nathan Helen will be at third base. Will Medina batting cleanup in left field out of Azusa Pacific. Ben Lee will be behind the plate tonight out of Cal Poly Pomona. Justin Cabada batting 6th in right field out of Fullerton College. Jack Licata at shortstop batting 7th. Sean Boscovich, the first baseman, will bat 8th. And Connor DeBenin will be the designated hitter out of Orange Coast College. And on the mound for the Legends will be Matt Henry, the senior out of Cal Poly Pomona. The Power will be taking a trip up there, Jayce. You'll be along for that ride just here on Sunday. But first things first, it's time to bring you the home lineup for tonight's game in the Palm Springs Power. Isaiah Monge out of NCA&T will lead off and play third base. Austin Haller out of Western Kentucky University. He'll bat second and play second. Noah Blythe in right field tonight, batting third. Aiden Torek, as we just mentioned, batting cleanup, moves up a spot from a couple of games ago. In center field, Mark Kirkland out of Cal Baptist will bat fifth. And here's the story of the night, Jayce. 3 new players added to the roster in the last 24 hours, and they are thrown right into the fire as they get ready to go. Aiden Perez will be batting 6th. He'll be in left field tonight out of Southwest College. We'll have a lot to talk about him as we move through the broadcast. Alonso Reyes recently committed his services to UC Irvine and the tremendous season they had this last season. He'll bat 7th. Cody Kashimoto from St. Mary's, a teammate of Aiden Torek, will bat 8th. Dalton Thomas and rounded out in the 9-hole at designated hitter. And you mentioned Josh Martinez will be on the bump out of CSUN, as it's affectionately called here in California. Of course, California State Northridge. And this will be one of the better pitching matchups we've seen all season long.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a big night for Josh Martinez, the 6'2" southpaw from Menifee, California, and currently going to Cal State Northridge. And he played at Heritage High School. He was named a first-team All-League and MVP honors in 2021. And he'll be starting game 2 of Power. And we mentioned in the opener, starting the second game against SoCal Mavericks, and 3 shutout, really brilliant innings for him.
It's been really the theme of how this Power team has gotten off to such a good start. You're getting very quality starting pitching and had a little bit of an almost bump in the road when you had Trevor Eby a couple of nights ago against the Santa Clarita Victory. They were able to take that punch, still answer back, and eventually did run away with it in a 17-7 win. So not a ton that the Power haven't handled here in the early going. As you hear in the background, we're getting ready for our starting lineups presented by Cole Pavelio today. And today we want to make sure you're reminded that for 55 years, the Old Spaghetti Factory has been family-owned and operated. Visit today and start your own family tradition with affordable meals, excellent service, and a beautiful setting. So we'll step aside, and we'll be back in just a few minutes as we get ready for the national anthem here in Palm Springs Stadium to bring you Game 5 of the 2024 season. Yeah, Jason, never gets old when you get to the beginning of a ball game with that. And game time temperature today sitting at just a crisp 96 degrees, Jace. That's probably as cold as it's gotten over the last week for us two that have spent all our time at the ballpark. But like you said, they'll turn to the left-hander, Josh Martinez, will the Palm Springs Power. Averaged nearly a strikeout an inning in his last season, as you said, at Cal State Northridge. And he'll be backed up on defense from left to right in the outfield by Aiden Perez, Aiden Torque, and Noah Blythe. From the left to the right along the infield, Isaiah Manji, Cody Kashimoto, Austin Haller, and Mark Kirkland. And doing the catching in his first appearance for the Power will be Alonso Reyes. So a defense that struggled a couple of days ago, made 4 errors against Santa Clarita, but a defense that a lot of people have said is one of the main reasons why the Power have started off so well.
Yeah, you touch on that. I mean, you talk about 3 errors in an inning. They gave up 3 runs in that inning. That was the most amount of runs, that they've allowed this season. But they were still able to score on offense. Their offense has been absolutely exploding. You talk about averaging 13 runs per game. They've scored at least 11 in all 4 of those games. And as you mentioned, the season high 17 in that 17-7 win.
So we're looking for a fun one here. As we said again, an opening of the CPCL slate for the Power. It's also Realtors Night here at the ballpark, so if you're just tuning in, make sure to get on over to the ballpark. It's been a fun day filled with lots of promotions, excitement. It's really capturing the essence of what makes Palm Springs Power Baseball so unique here in the Valley. So as Martinez finishes up his warm-up pitches, we'll get set to go. And, Jayce, what are you looking for from this Power team in the opening of the CPCL? Not a lot's going to change, but you got to think there has to be a few extra jitters knowing this is league play.
Yeah, I mean, it's league play, but I mean, you just got to play like you've been playing the first 4 games. Don't treat it like any other thing. Just stick to the script, stick to the game plan. As far as scoring first in 3 out of the 4 games they've done, and as far as Josh Martinez, it's going to be all about command. As far as being around that strike zone, throws a 3-pitch mix, fastball, slider, changeup. That slider will get you a lot of swings and misses. That's his best pitch.
So leading off will be Xander McLaurin, the 6', 180-pound junior. He'll step in with a slightly open stance. And the first pitch of the ball game from Martinez is ripped down the line towards right. It'll go foul into the visitors' bullpen. So quickly ahead, 0-1 is Martinez. Deliberate as he waits out of the windup. A few more flags flying, a wind blowing out to right field as he kicks and delivers strike 2 on the inside half. So quickly ahead is Martinez, 0-2 to McLaurin.
Yeah, you already seen him being around the strike zone, as we mentioned, to the first batter, and now I would definitely expect that slider here.
The 0-2 from Martinez. Just off the plate outside and well received by Reyes, who, by the way, Jayce, has gotten a lot of praise for the way he handled pitchers back at Cerritos College. Of course, the main responsibility for a catcher. The 1-2. Low and in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2, and Reyes will ask for a new baseball. Also scheduled to pitch tonight for the Power, Connor Batzer, who's been one of the Friday guys for Palm Springs. He will be ready right after Martinez. Kicks and delivers the 2-2. This one's tapped to the shortstop, Kashimoto, who's up with it across the diamond to Kirkland, who manages to keep his foot on the bag. And McLaurin is retired for the first out of the ball game.
And I love that location right there from Martinez. He runs in that fastball in on the hands, getting that soft contact. And as you mentioned, Kashimoto, one of the new guys, of course, the ball finds him right there on the first out.
And you always know when you're one of the new guys or your new replacement, the baseball will find you in any sort of situation. So in steps Gavin Grutschmacher, who watches ball 1 in the dirt. Martinez misses outside, being able to be stopped there by Reyes. He sets and delivers out of the windup. The 1-0 also in the dirt. So Martinez gets the first out, but has found himself a little low in the zone to start off his day.
Yeah, not a bad miss for Martinez. You definitely want to miss more low than up. Usually when you miss up, bad things happen.
Grutschmacher, will take ball 3 on the inner half. An attendee of Irvine Valley College. We're going into his junior season next spring in 2025. He's ahead 3-0 as he waits the pitch from Martinez. He'll take inside, so after retiring McLaurin rather quickly, Grutschmacher will reach on a 4-pitch walk. And Nathan Helen will step in, the third baseman out of Citrus College, with a runner on.
Yeah, definitely not what you want from Martinez, but just take a deep breath. You got the first big out, number one, the most important out of an inning. See if you can get back in the strike zone here to the three-hitter.
First pitch is lifted into shallow center field. Going out is Haller, but calling him off will be Torek, who's able to put it away for the second out. So first pitch swinging out of a four-pitch walk, and Helen is retired. We'll bring up the left fielder, Will Medina.
Yeah, Helen thought he had a pitch to drive there. You normally 9 out of 10 times don't want to swing at a pitch when a pitcher throws 4 straight balls, but he had a pitch. Looked like Martinez just a little over the plate, but got under it, and fortunately for Power, it was a 1-pitch, 1 out.
Medina in from the right side, awaits his first pitch, and this one goes high at 87 miles an hour for Martinez. And that's right about where we're going to see him, Jayce. He's going to sit 86, 87. He'll run up to an 88, 89 every now and then. And from the left side, it becomes that much more difficult. He delivers the 1-0. Swung on and missed on the outside half. He took a little off with a 77-mile-an-hour changeup, and he evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, great pitch, good depth to the pitch. Looks like a fastball, and last second kind of falls off the table. And that's what Martinez will bring you on the mound.
Runner going, and no shot as Grutschmacher will take the stolen base for his first one of the season, and now a runner in scoring position here for Inland Valley.
Yeah, Macker, just getting a good read there, and Martinez didn't see him all the way, and he held his leg up just a little too long, no chance.
The 2-1, fouled back into the screen. It's even at 2-2. Went back to the fastball at 85. So deuces wild here in the top of the first. No score. Gavin Grutschmacher reached on a 4-pitch walk, and a few moments ago stole second base. See if Martinez can get out with a clean inning here in the first. He delivers the 2-2. This one skied into the air to center. Coming on is Torek. He has a beat on it, and he'll put it away for the third out of the inning. So no runs on no hits, 1 man left on as we go to the bottom of the first here on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
And we'll welcome you back to the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network. EJ Sanchez. To my left here is Jayce Cicinelli to bring you the bottom of the first here in Palm Springs. Get a look defensively at what the Inland Valley Legends will line up with today. Will Medina, Xander McLaurin, Justin Cabada in the outfield from left to right, Nathan Helen, Jack Licata, Gavin Grutschmacher, and Sean Boscovich along the infield. Ben Lee will do the catching, and starting on the hill today for the Legends is Matt Henry. And we alluded to it in the opening, Jayce. Might be one of the better pitching matchups that we've seen the Power go against. Henry, the 6'3 senior, as we said, Cal Poly Pomona, and 23 2/3, 18 strikeouts, mainly out of the bullpen. So we'll see how much length he can give them, but certainly a worthy adversary that they're going to see today.
Yeah, and you're going up against a great power offense who love to score early in ball games. So definitely want to try and limit the free passes against this power lineup because they will make you pay for it.
So Isaiah Manji will step in, the third baseman tonight for Casey Dill, and he'll look at a pitch on the outer half. called a strike. He's down 0-1.
Yeah, Manji talking to him in BP today. He loves to swing leadoff. Never did it, though, since growing up.
And he'll take here 2-0, just a tad bit low on the changeup from Henry. So a hitter's count here for Manji early. Had 3 hits against Santa Clarita just a couple of days ago. He swings through this one just a bit high. Makes the count 1-2, so I must have missed that first pitch. So down 1-2 is Isaiah Manji. No outs here in the bottom of the first. The delivery, punched into right field, going to his left is Cabada. Has a beat, and it's going to get over his head. Extra bases here for Manji. And he's going to coast into second base with a leadoff double.
How about that inside-out swing from Manji? Gets a heater on the outer half, and he just punches it that way, and definitely way over the head of Cabada. Kind of a weird route. Might have lost in the sun a little bit, but either way, that ball was crushed. And now you got Austin Haller, who, since starting in the lineup, hasn't had a game where he hasn't had a multi-hit game. He is second currently on the team with 7 hits.
Absolutely. He's hit in his last 3 games. His only appearance on opening night, to make that stat have a little more context, he had a pinch hit in which he didn't record a hit since entering the starting lineup. 3 straight games. Here he is in from the left side, slightly open stance. He waves at a breaking ball that gets into the zone. First strike, number 1. Of course, Haller out of Western Kentucky, as Power fans have come to know. Started nearly all of those games this season, all 42 at second base, but has started a couple of games, made a couple of appearances at first base also for Casey Dill. He waits for the 0-1, line right up the middle, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Manji had to see it get down, so he'll hold up at third, but another game and another hit for Austin Haller.
Yeah, he's just a guy who just continues to get hits. He knows the strike zone very well. He knows the pitches he can handle, gets a pitch over the heart of the plate, punches it right back up the middle into center. And now power with runners on the corners for a guy who knows this team very well, Noah Blythe.
Now, I had a chance to talk to Noah today, the young man that will be heading to Hawaii Pacific next year. He has started at 3-hole, and he takes a strike here on this first delivery. But he's been, as I said, every single game this season, he's been in that 3-hole, one of the main run producers here for Casey Dill. Waits for the 0-1. Lined into center field. Going back is McLaurin. Has the beat. He reaches up, makes the catch, but tagging is Isaiah Manji. And another game that Noah Blythe has come through with an RBI, and the Power take a quick 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Love that at-bat right there from Noah Blythe. First pitch swinging, being aggressive, not taking a heater down the middle that normally a lot of hitters would do. And he just stays aggressive at the plate, gets a pitch, knows the situation, gets that ball in the outfield, gets that first run home.
And probably the man who's seeing the ball better than anybody in the country right now, Aiden Torek steps in for his first at-bat. Swings through strike 1 on the inner half, got a fastball, just missed it. But Aiden Torek, as we mentioned in the opening, 2 home runs already on the summer, 2 all of last season at St. Mary's. Went 5 for 6 with 5 RBIs against Santa Clarita and was voted our player of the game, and for good reason. This one's lined into the alley in right center field. This ball's going to get down. Fielded on one hop by Cabada, and holding up at third would be Haller. Holding up at first is Torek. So 3 hits in the inning for the Power. Torek stays hot. He's reached 7 times in his last 8 at-bats, and runners on the corners for Mark Kirkland.
Yeah, Aiden Torek continues to be red hot at the plate. Gets a pitch in the zone. Beautiful swing into right center. And again, runners on the corners now for a guy who leads the team in on-base percentage, Mark Kirkland.
Kirkland with a .636 clip. Walked 4 times against Santa Clarita. He waits for his first pitch. He takes it for strike 1. And Kirkland has played a couple of different positions this season for Casey Dill. Has a nearly 5-to-1 walk-to-strikeout ratio. The 0-1, just a tad bit low from Matt Henry. Evens the count at 1-1. Haller on first. He's singled. Went first to third just recently on the single here by Torek. So RBI chance here for the cleanup hitter in Kirkland. Swings through strike 2, and Henry took a little bit off. Went with the off-speed pitch low, so a 76-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch there from Henry. First and third, 1-2 here in the bottom of the first for Mark Kirkland. The 1-2 pitch is tapped to the right side, fielded there by Boscovich, who throws on to short for one. They're not going to get Kirkland at first, so he'll get the RBI on the fielder's choice, and the Power played a pair here in the first.
Yeah, most important. Good to get that second run in. You're up 2-0. It's a very good ball club, and good job by Kirkland. He can run down the line pretty well, and that was a hard hit ball to first, but kind of awkwardly fielded was Boscovich trying to go to second, and Hellion just a terrible throw back to first. Was able to get that RBI and extend the lead to 2-0 early here in this first inning for Power.
And we hope that you were able to catch that. The Palm Springs Power debut for Aiden Perez, who steps in from the right side. The left fielder out of Southwest Community College, played 82 games over 2 years. Kirkland takes off on the first pitch. There will be no throw. And Mark Kirkland has another stolen base this season, his third, and a runner in scoring position now for Perez.
Yeah, right on cue. He runs very well for his big frame that he is, and he just got a great jump. Always stealing a bag against a lefty, going first movement, and he didn't hesitate one bit.
The 1-0 from Henry. Low, good block behind the plate by Ben Lee. You know, all three of these guys, we're going to talk about them tonight, but as good of guys as you could have met in the clubhouse when they got there earlier today. Cody Kashimoto, Alonso Reyes, and Aiden Perez. And three guys who Casey Dill said are going to make a big difference when it comes to repeating as CPCL champions. So ahead in the count here is Perez. He's ahead 2-0 with Kirkland leading off of second. In the dirt again, and another good block by Ben Lee. And, Jayce, I know I don't need to say it, but this is a catcher's love booth for good reason. You got to give some props there for Lee. 2 fastballs that found its way into the dirt.
Yeah, you're definitely loving that behind the plate, doing the dirty work, and it's overlooked in baseball, but it definitely saves an extra 90 feet. Could have got 90 feet closer to third on that throw.
The 3-0 right down the middle, though, popped out of the glove of Ben Lee. And nearly an automatic take for Perez as he adjusts his batting gloves and gets ready to step back in. Grutschmacher, the second baseman, playing a little closer to the bag to hold on Kirkland. 4-hole, maybe a couple of bigger steps than he might need. This one's punched to the right side. This will go foul just right past Sam DiMatteo. So the count will go full here. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the first. The Power have scored 2 runs. They have 3 hits. Isaiah Manji led off with a double. Austin Haller had a single, had a sac fly RBI from Noah Blythe. Aiden Torek had a single as well, and Mark Kirkland with the RBI fielder's choice. Payoff pitch from Henry. Line up the middle, handled by Licata on the ground, throws across the diamond to Boscovich, and it pops out of his glove. Everybody's safe, runners on the corners, and it'll bring up Alonso Reyes.
Yeah, that just can't happen there. If you're Boscovich, you got to squeeze that. That was a good throwing arm from the shortstop Licata, and he fielded it well up the middle, hard hit ball, and Boscovich just can't squeeze it. And that can extend the inning now for Alonso Reyes.
So left on left here, Alonso Reyes, the UC Irvine commit. And his first pitch in a Power uniform is low for ball 1. Don't anticipate that Perez will be taking off here. So quickly back up, out of the stretch is Henry. He delivers the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Again, the off-speed pitch has been what's gotten a couple of whiffs from Matt Henry. Goes to one there to even the count at 1-1. First and third, the delivery from Henry. Line to the right side, it's a base hit. Going first to third will be Perez. Alonso Reyes thinking about 2. He's going to shut it down at first. And it's an RBI single in his Palm Springs Power debut for Alonso Reyes.
How about Alonso Reyes out of the 7-hole, just barely getting here today, already with a base hit and an RBI here for his new ball club. And that air does prove costly now for Boscovich.
It'll bring up Cody Kashimoto. Kashimoto playing shortstop tonight, also out of St. Mary's, so a college teammate of Aiden Torek, who we were able to meet earlier as he takes strike 1 right down the middle. And he didn't stop at a hotel, Jayce. He didn't stop at his host family. He came straight off the road and got to the stadium. If that doesn't scream summer ball, I don't know what does.
Yeah, love the dedication. Get here early, try and get comfortable, get some swings.
The 0-1 is grounded up the middle, fielded there. It's actually going to get off of his hands, and everybody's safe again. The second error of the inning as Licata ranged over to his left. He wasn't able to control it, and it's 4 early runs for Palm Springs.
Yeah, another ball. That one took a bad hop, but you got to feel for the pitcher, Henry. You're making good quality pitches in the lower part of the zone. You're getting those ground balls, and your defense behind you just not helping you out. It's allowed 2 more runs, and Power living pretty right now, up 4.
So Perez comes in to score on the E6. Brings up Dalton Thomas, who gets his feet out of the way. A low pitch inside for ball 1. And it's been noted that Thomas, though he only has 2 hits on the season, the only Power player to reach in all 4 games. In the game that he didn't record a hit, he was actually hit by a pitch. So the on-base percentage is not lacking in any sense of the word. He takes ball 2 here low.
Yeah, and Henry so far, no strikeouts in the inning. All the power hitters are putting the ball in play. He only had 18 strikeouts in his 22 and 2/3 innings of work at Cal State San Bernardino. So more of a ground ball pitcher as we've seen, and defense just not helping him out with 2 early errors still in the bottom of the first.
The 2-0. Grounded towards third. It's fielded by Helen. Helen across the diamond. Squeezed and hung onto by Boscovich. And that will retire the side for the Power. But not before. 4 runs come in. 3 of them earned on 4 hits. 2 errors were made in the inning. And 2 men left on. Power lead 4-0 after 1. We'll be back here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at PS Tramway.
We welcome you back out now to Palm Springs. EJ Sanchez, Jayce Cicinelli, as we get ready to bring you the top of the second here in Palm Springs. Leading in from the right side will be Ben Lee, the backstop tonight for the Legends, as Martinez comes through on the windup and misses just outside for ball 1. Ben Lee looking for a new home next season. Just recently entered the portal after spending his last junior season at Cal Poly Pomona. He waits for the 1-0, and it's tapped up the middle. Kashimoto is not able to get a handle on it, and reaching will be Ben Lee. It was a slow chopper, Jayce, that Kashimoto had a do-or-die instinct and decision to make, and it just goes in and out of the glove. So the leadoff man on here for Inland Valley.
Yeah, how about both shortstops early on in this ball game now, both with an air, and those are usually your best fielders on the field. Both struggling over there early, just a slow chopper, and couldn't really control the body control and took his eye off it.
The right fielder, Justin Cabado, will step in. Watches ball 1 on the outer half. So Martinez, very deliberate right now as he's ready to come set out of the stretch. Defense playing him straight up, the 1-0. This one's grounded to Manji at third. Up with it, he's going to go across. It's his only play, and back picked on second nearly by Mark Kirkland. So the Power are able to get the first out, but a good heads-up play by Kirkland nearly was able to catch Ben Lee slipping at second base.
Yeah, just a great play by Manji over there, and you can tell by the footwork coming in so comfortably. Obviously, shortstop being his main position, and he just comes, makes that play look easy. So it was slowly hit, but Cabada not going hard there down the line, able to get him.
So runner in scoring position here as Martinez delivers strike one to Jack Licata, the shortstop out of Cypress College. I thought that pitch was a little down from Martinez. Martinez ahead 0-1. Holler holding him off of second. Playing a slightly shallow center field is Aiden Torek. This one's fouled back. Will reach the parking lot just behind us, and quickly ahead here is Martinez.
Yeah, good job by Martinez again, staying with the game plan, getting ahead of those hitters, putting them in tough counts. Now if you're Martinez, you have two good secondary pitches to go to with that slider changeup combo.
The 0-2 in on the hands of Licata, and he sends this one down to the parking lot to the right side. So a couple of foul balls, fifth pitch of the at-bat upcoming now for Martinez, who will be right around 60, 65 pitches according to Casey Dill.
Yeah, fastest pitch now released for Martinez. Went to an 87 fastball there on the inner half.
He'll try it again, 0-2. In and out of the glove after the foul ball, and we'll do it again. Might have gone just a little bit more of Reyes than we thought.
Yeah, continuing to go to the heater here in this count. Eventually, as a hitter, you know that secondary pitch is coming, and Martinez is going to keep him guessing here.
So we'll see if he goes with something different. He's gone heater, back-to-back pitches. See if he goes with that good curveball. Inside move, he'll just check on Ben Lee, who retreats back with no throw. Stadium's starting to fill in slowly but surely on Realtors Night here at the ballpark, and Cindy Piper and State Farm have done a good job in bringing a lot of joy to a lot of fans. The 0-2's in the dirt, blocked by Reyes. And on cue, he goes with a 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and the count at 1-2.
Yeah, and right now that right center gap is pretty big. Right fielder in Blythe kind of playing more toward the line there in that big gap.
This one's popped to the right side, and another foul ball. Went back to the fastball, and that is the fastest recorded pitch of the day at 88.
Yeah, 88, more toward the heart of the plate, but because of the velocity on it, Licata continuing to be late there on the heater.
Licata with a man in scoring position. He's wasted a couple of pitches. He's still down in the count, 1-2 from Martinez, who's out of the stretch and delivers. Tapped along the third base line, and Manji's going to let this one go foul.
And there's that slider that he finally throws that you thought maybe earlier in the count he would throw, and that one just got a little too much of the zone, more on the middle half. If you can try and get that more low and in, definitely more of a swing and miss pitch right there.
So it's clear now after a few pitches, they're trying to go in on the hands right now with Licata. Sean Boscovich waits on deck, the first baseman. Still out of the stretch is Martinez. He comes set, checks once, and delivers. This one's lined down the right field line, and another pitch is wasted here by Licata. So a good at-bat, trying to dig into that pitch count of Martinez.
Yeah, continuing to fight. That's all you can do as a hitter. Two-strike mode, choking it up on the bat, and just trying to put a ball in play, and that's what Licata's trying to do here against a tough pitcher in Martinez.
Count remains at 1-2. Martinez having a tough time putting away Licata. Delivers. Swing and a miss. He got him with the fastball and put a little extra on it at 89 miles an hour, and it's the first strikeout of the day for Josh Martinez.
I love what Martinez does right there. He knows he was struggling to put him away, and he just says, I'm going to challenge you here. 89 right down the middle, and just unable to connect with it was Licata. Just blew it right by him.
A little extra pepper on that pitch, and in steps Sean Boscovich from the right side, and he takes a fastball right down Broadway at 86. Boscovich out of Embry-Riddle University. Slight bat wag as he toes in a slightly open stance. Holler backs off from second base. The 0-1 in the dirt, blocked again by Reyes as a slider that came in at 79.
Yeah, Reyes doing a good job back there. Obviously, he's never caught Martinez so far, but he's been doing very well as far as blocking a lot of the good pitches in front of him.
And this one's going to get off of the ankle of Boscovich, so he'll trot down to first. It'll bring up Connor DeBenin. So runners on first and second here, 2 outs for Inland Valley, trying to dig back into the 4-0 hole that they dug themselves in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, that pitch there, just getting away from Martinez a little bit. Obviously, fastball there, but probably lost the grip of it. No harm, no done, though. You still have 2 outs, and there was an open base. Just try and get a ground ball here and get out of this jam.
So Connor Demenon awaits his first pitch from Martinez. And it's high and away for ball 1. And Martinez, he has been dynamic, but also in those 7 2/3 innings at Northridge this last season, Jayce, he had 10 walks to go along with it. So this is what the summer's about. It's for Martinez trying to be a little more efficient in his outings. He delivers the 1-0 in on the hands, fouled back to the screen. It's 1-1. Little heads up into the visiting dugout.
Yeah, and interesting to know for Martinez, he does have a 12.91 ERA in those 7 2/3 innings at Cal State Northridge. However, 7 out of those 11 outings that he made were scoreless. So he is a better pitcher than the stats tell you.
The 1-1 is also fouled back to the screen, went back to the fastball. So Martinez ahead here, 1-2. Top of the second here in Palm Springs. The Power grabbed 4 runs on 4 hits in the bottom of the first, and Martinez trying to wiggle his way out of a jam. It'll be 1-2-3 due up for the Power in the bottom of the second as Martinez comes set with his 1-2. This one's popped over to first base, and it's going to reach into the dugout. So another wasted pitch there by a Inland Valley legend. Inland Valley, as we've talked about, the only team last season to take down the Power. The Power finished the season 30-1. The lone loss on June 17th, a 9-8 loss to these very same legends. The 1-2 from Martinez. Just missed on the inner half, and Martinez wanted that one. He wanted the off-speed pitch that went a tad inside.
Yeah, there's that slider there, trying to run it inside there to the right-handed hitter. Not a bad spot, but that one just a little more inside than he would like.
The 2-2 is fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Boy, if nothing else, if Martinez is able to get his inning, yeah, you have 2 scoreless innings, but the amount of pitches he's thrown. Inland Valley's got to be happy with at least what they've done in that department.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be around 30, 40 pitches, and we're still in just top of the second, inning number 2.
The 2-2 also ripped back to the screen, so he's wasted a couple of fastballs. And you see the demeanor from Martinez right now. He's just giving you that, what do I got to do look.
Yeah, I mean, he's carving up the strike zone as far as providing strikes, and these hitters, they're not going down easy.
So we'll try it again here. A little bit of a longer pause as Martinez kicks, delivers in the dirt to the left of Reyes, who fields it, and he'll just tuck it away and eat it. So 2 runners will advance on the wild pitch from Martinez. So now a dangerous spot here for Palm Springs. Runners on second and third, 3-2 now to Debenin, and you don't want to flip the lineup over and have to face McLaurin again.
Yeah, just an overthrown off-speed pitch. Reyes does everything he can as far as keeping that ball in front of him, but that one just got a little too far away from him there.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. On the inner half at 88, Josh Martinez has his second strikeout of the inning. He avoids further damage and keep the Legends scoreless. So no runs on no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the second here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
We'll welcome you back to the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network for the bottom of the second here in Palm Springs. The Power batted around in the first inning, so we'll see it all again. Isaiah Manji will step in here against Matt Henry. Manji, a leadoff double who came around to score on the RBI sac fly by Noah Blythe. And Manji extends his hitting streak now to 3 games.
Yeah, Manji, we talked about it in the open as far as being comfortable at the plate. And
he taps this one right up the middle, fielded there by Licata. Strong throw over to first. And it's 1 pitch, 1 out here for Matt Henry as Manji is retired.
Yeah, good 1 pitch, 1 out there for Henry to bounce back. But he's been swinging the ball very well, and Manji 4 for 9 in his last 9 at-bats.
So here comes Austin Holler, as we mentioned, one of the hotter hitters on this team for Palm Springs. Extended his hit streak to 4 games. And he's going to try to get something going here in the bottom of the first. Henry out of the windup, delivers the first pitch, and Holler will spit on it. It's called a strike on the outside corner. One of the bigger crowds we've seen this season here in Palm Springs. Probably has to be upward of a few hundred people. This one's lined into the stands. Look out, and Holler is quickly in the hole, 0-2. Make sure everybody's okay, and it looks like we are.
Yeah, and for Henry, you're already seeing the adjustment. He's just going out there, pumping first pitch strikes. He's trying to get quicker outs. He knows he made a lot of good pitches in that inning, but
this one's fouled down to the left side. But again, Jayce, you're saying it. He had induced some weak contact, both the error that Perez reached on and the one that Kashimoto reached on. Neither ball was hit any more than 50, 60 miles an hour. It's plays that you would expect the defense to make. The 0-2 from Henry. In the dirt, blocked by Ben Lee. Holler doesn't check his swing, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and Austin, he knows the strike zone, as we mentioned. He will not chase a lot nor strike out a lot. He's a guy who continues to put the ball in play, and his approach is trying to put the bat on the ball.
The 1-2. Nice cut taken there by Holler. He fouls it back to the screen. Count remains 1-2 as Blythe waits on deck. And the defensive alignment for the Legends, Medina, McLaurin, Cabada in the outfield from left to right. Helen, Licata, Grutzmacher, and Boscovich along the infield with Lee doing the catching. The 1-2. Tapped up the middle. Licata's going to have to make a play. He fields it, and it goes in and out of his glove as he tried to make the exchange. That'll go down as an infield hit, and Austin Holler is 2 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, even if the shortstop, Licata there, try and make that play, you're not throwing out Holler. Runs well down the line. Just a high chopper right over the pitcher, and continuing now. That is 4 straight multi-hit games in just 2 at-bats in this one.
Noah Blythe, after the RBI sac fly in the first, steps in. Went 0 for 5 in the last game against Santa Clarita, but Jayce, he had 2 lineouts as he sees ball 1 here. 2 lineouts that were 95 miles an hour plus. And we talked to him during BP. You're not going to be upset about those.
No, and we talked about Blythe in the open as far as being successful against this Legends team.
As he pokes this one in foul ground, count evens at 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, he was 9 for 16 last year against this ball club, a .562 batting average, 5 runs scored, 4 doubles, and 4 RBIs. So he knows this team very well. Obviously new players, but having that definitely feels good.
There goes Holler. The throw down to second, and it's a stolen base for Holler. He's in there safely. I believe the pitch was called a strike. So, yes, it was. So Noah Blythe in the hole 1-2, but a stolen base for Austin Holler, his second of the season.
Yeah, good jump there from Holler, and now you have a runner in scoring position for arguably your best RBI hitter in Blythe.
Blythe does lead the team in RBIs. He has 8. He's going to get a generous right side here as Grutzmacher holds on Holler. The 1-2 from Henry. Lined up the middle. Caught there by Grutzmacher. And what a play that was. And Blythe throws up his hands and says, can I just catch a break? That ball was scolded off the bat of Noah Blythe. Nothing to show for it on the L4, and it'll be up to Aiden Torek.
Yeah, I mean, how unlucky can you get? That's now 3 lineouts in his last 6 at-bats where he has been robbed. And, I mean, you just couldn't hit that any harder, right on the screws.
So in steps Aiden Torek. Had a single in the first inning. He was left on third. As Henry looks to get a clean inning after giving up 4 in the first, Torek takes strike 1.
Yeah, Henry just throwing 83 right now. That pitch was actually a little off the plate, a little generous call on that one. According to our track man.
Closed off stretch here for Henry, who delivers the 0-1. That one also on the outer half, and Torek didn't like either of those two pitches, but nonetheless, that's 77 miles an hour on the cutter. He's down 0-2.
Yeah, that one missed almost 2 baseballs off the plate, and the umpire so far, 2 pitches. You're almost taking the bat here of Torek's hands.
See what Torek does here, 0-2. Takes this one outside. This is comfortably outside, and sliding over to make the catch is Lee. So the count, 1-2, 2 outs. We're here in the bottom of the second. The Power, 4 runs on 5 hits so far. They scored all 4 of their runs in the first inning. Off of Matt Henry, the 6'3 senior from Cal Poly Pomona. The 1-2. This is also on the outer half, and this one is going to go in the favor of Torek. Very similar spots to those first and second pitches, but this one's called a ball, and the count evened at 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 count for Torek. See if he can continue red hot. 6 of last 7 at-bats have been hits.
He waits the 2-2, and Torek's able to foul this one off in on his hands. So we'll do it again here at 2-2. Should Torek reach, Kirkland, who had an RBI fielder's choice back in the first, waits on deck.
Yeah, Torek, and we mentioned St. Mary's College, didn't get a lot of playing time, just 30 at-bats, just 8 for 30, but definitely making an impact this summer here for the Palm Springs Power.
The 2-2 is punched down the right field line, hooking foul. And so after a couple of Inland Valley players spend a couple of pitches off of Martinez, Torek, who is down 0-2, has worked his way back even, spoiled a couple of fastballs.
Yeah, Aiden Torek, he will strike out a lot, but he's a guy who is locked in, and when he is a tough out. He puts good swings on baseballs. He knows the zone, and even with 2 calls going against him, he's still grinding this at-bat out.
2-2. Fouled off again, back to the screen, and Torek did a good job. That ball probably 6 to 8 inches off the plate, but he's not going to leave it in the hands of any umpire, and he's able to spoil it.
Yeah, a ton of pitches now for both starters. Is starting to see a little bullpen movement, a little stretching down there as Matt Henry, he's been throwing a lot of pitches as well, just like Josh Martinez on the other side.
We'll try it again at 2-2. Haller secondary off of second. This one's poked into right center field. It's going to be another RBI. Aiden Torek, can you be any hotter?
I guess when you are locked in as much as he is, I mean, you talk about unbelievable. A low outside pitch, poking it, using that end of the bat right over the second baseman's head. And, I mean, just unreal. Torek continuing to amaze.
And in steps Mark Kirkland. But here's the thing, Jayce. We've seen 2 home runs go over the wall in left field, so you know the pop is there. But tonight, he has taken 2 pitches on the outer half and still managed to hit the ball the other way. So a complete hitter is Torek here on the young season, who came in batting .421 as Kirkland takes a strike on the outer half, and it's only going to go up from here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Torek, you got to be feeling really good so far about your summer that you've had. We're just in Game 5, and he has 10 hits now.
Kirkland chops this one to shortstop. Licata is going to give way to Helen, who throws across and just gets Kirkland out at first. It was bang, bang, and Licata let his third baseman take the angle. Kirkland is retired, and that will conclude the second inning. But the Power do tack on another one. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, a man left on. Power lead 5-0 after the second. We'll go to the third here in Palm Springs.
2 locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path.
We welcome you back out now to Palm Springs for the top of the third as Josh Martinez begins his third inning of work. Top of the order due up here for Inland Valley. Xander McLaurin will lead off. Led off the game with a tapper to Kashimoto for his first out. And out of the windup now goes Martinez, and he misses high with the fastball, 1-0. A lot of people checking in from all over, Jayce. We span the entire country, sometimes out of the country, for all these viewers to take in Palm Springs Power Baseball. Martinez quickly on the bump as this one's poked to the right side, fielded cleanly by Kirkland, and he'll take it himself for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good play by Kirkland there on the backhand. Hard chopper off the bat of McLaurin, guy who puts the ball in play a lot, but Kirkland showing off the glove, making that quick out number 1.
Gavin Grutzmacher will step in. He walked on 4 pitches and stole a bases last time up. He was stranded at second after back-to-back flyouts. He swings through strike 1, a little aggressive this time after seeing 4 balls out of the zone. And Martinez has gotten ahead of both hitters he's faced. Grutzmacher waits for the 0-1 and lines it to third base, and it's caught by Isaiah Manji. And that one was hit on the screws, Jayce, but playing deep out near the outfield grass was Manji. Had plenty of time to make the play, and within 5 pitches, Josh Martinez is close to getting out of the third inning.
Yeah, and Manji, who's primarily a shortstop, not a lot of playing time at the hot corner, but he showing it doesn't matter.
Oh, Nathan Helen steps in from the right side, the 3-hole third baseman. Pops this one into the air towards the right side.
Yeah, this power defense, I mean, you got guys all over, very versatile, can play a lot of different positions. And, I mean, for example, we saw Mark Kirkland play the outfield yesterday, and primarily he's been at first, and just a lot of good guys on this defensive side.
The 0-1 off-speed pitch that tried to catch the outer half, and well received by Reyes. Doesn't get the call. So the count will go to 1-1. Shifting slight towards right center is Torek in center, and playing down the line is Blythe in right. Tap foul down the third base line. So ahead 1-2 here is Martinez. Playing straight up and left is Perez. Infield playing him rather straight up. So clear of the defense. Betting on Helen being a little behind on these Martinez fastballs. And for good reason.
Yeah, I mean, Martinez, his changeup could go from 75 to 77. Good pitch mix.
The 1-2 is in the dirt, blocked by Reyes.
His fastball, he can run it up. He's hit 89 a couple times, but sitting around the 85 to 87, 88 range. And, I mean, you talk about a 13-mile-per-hour difference from that fastball to that changeup.
The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. Swinging strike 3. And the third strikeout for Josh Martinez. He goes 1-2-3 in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. The Power lead 5-0 over Inland Valley. Back out here for the bottom of the third here on the Power Sports Broadcasting Network, the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network, I should say. EJ Sanchez joined by Jayce Cicinelli. Jayce will take over in the fourth here right after this bottom of the third. But Jayce, as we sit here in the bottom of the third, 5 runs on 6 hits with an error for the Power. No runs, no hits with 2 errors for Inland Valley. What's been the story of the game in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, you got obviously Aiden Torre continuing to swing red hot, another 2 hits and an RBI, but I mean, how about Josh Martinez on the mound? That's 6 innings now where he hasn't even allowed a hit so far this summer. I mean, just continuing to dominate on the mound. Command is completely in check, and he is just absolutely firing on all cylinders early on this summer.
Aiden Perez steps in for his second at-bat in a Power uniform. Reached on an E3 in the first and eventually came around on the E6 off the bat of Cody Kashimoto. There's a little stoppage in play. I think the music might have gone just a tad bit long, so we'll do it all again here. Out of the windup is Henry in his 3rd inning of work. Fastball down low for ball 1. Waiting on deck is Alonso Reyes, one of 3 new Power position players that were activated in the last 24 hours for Casey Dill. The 1-0 taken inside and low for ball 2 with the fastball. So back-to-back fastballs here for Aiden Perez. He batted .344 last season at Southwest Community College. Going to be heading to Cal State Northridge, joining his pitcher. And Josh Martinez, the 2-0 is in there, called strike 1. Perez checking back, maybe a tad bit low. Count at 2-1. This one's rolled to the shortstop, Licata. Up with it, throw across with plenty of time to get Perez. And that's the first down of the inning for the Power.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing the adjustment from Henry. Even though he did give up another run last inning, definitely looks more crisp on the mound as far as throwing those ground ball strikes and getting that quick contact against a very good Power lineup.
So Alonso Reyes steps in for his second at-bat. He had an RBI single back in that 4-run first, and he sees this fastball go by him outside for ball 1. And able to talk to Reyes before the game, and nearly a month off in between the last time he had to catch. So he said the knees are fresh and ready to go for another season as he sees a slider here for strike 1. I've been a little fooled by it, had the full back turn. That's what's tough with these lefty-on-lefty matchups. The 1-1 from Henry. In there, strike 2. He fastball in on the inner half. So 3 pitches, and Reyes hasn't had the opportunity to take the bat off his shoulder. He's going to have to go into 2-strike mode here. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him with a breaking ball. And the first strikeout of the game for Matt Henry, and 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, Henry picking up his first strikeout. Obviously, as we mentioned, not a big strikeout guy, but nasty slider right there. Backdoor lefty-lefty, and a good pitch on the outside lower quadrant of the zone. A little past that corner, but able to expand the zone, and Reyes down via the strikeout victim.
Kashimoto steps in for his second at-bat. He reached on the error by Licata, one of 2 errors in that first inning that allowed 4 runs to come in for the Power. He looks at ball 1. And a good attempt to try to steal that one for Ben Lee, but it still goes outside, and it's 2-0. Hitters count here for Kashimoto. Still looking for that first Power hit. Won't come on this pitch. It'll be inside 3-0.
Yeah, a couple sliders to start the at-bat, and unable to throw it for strikes. You go back to your fastball there and missed again, and now it's 3-0.
And Kashimoto will reach on the walk. He sees 4 pitches out of the zone after 2 quick outs. And the Power have a man on here in the bottom of the 3rd, and it'll bring up Dalton Thomas.
And Dalton Thomas, he's a hitter that you want to get going here if you're Dalton. He talked about it in BP. He wants to get going. Only 2 hits so far. Been a slow start, just 2 for 14 entering tonight, and he's trying to get on the right track.
Back into the zone is Henry here as he finds his fastball in the inner half. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Power lead 5-0. Out of the stretch is Henry, who delivers the 0-1. This one's tapped to the second baseman, Grutzmacher. He's up with it on the run, flips over to first, and that will retire the side. So the Power go quietly here. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a man left on base. We'll go to the fourth, and Jayce Cicinelli will bring you 3 innings as we return here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information,
So we're back here for the top of the 4th. Jayce Cicinelli, EJ Sanchez. I'll be taking over here for the middle innings. Is 4, 5, 6 here for the IV Legends. It's Will Medina, Ben Lee, and Justin Cabada. It's Will Medina, a left fielder, 0 for 1, flew out to center in his first plate appearance. It's Martinez still out there here to start the inning number 4. Starting to see Connor Batcher start stretching down the left field line a little bit. First pitch, good off-speed pitch, and out in front there was Medina.
A little bit of a different approach than we've seen, Jayce. We've seen Martinez attack with the fastball, starts off with an off-speed.
Kicks and fires. Here's the 0-1. There's that slider just a little bit above the letters. Kent will run to a ball and a strike. Infield, outfield playing in their normal depth. Torek playing more toward the right center alley. Here comes the 1-1. Nasty changeup, just fell off a table again. There's that depth. As Medina went down silly on that pitch, a ball and 2 strikes. Martinez continuing to lean on his secondary pitches and continuing to pound that strike zone. 1-2 to Medina. Fastball up and away for ball 2.
And because of all these off-speed pitches, Jayce, you got to think that Josh is getting pretty close to that 60-pitch threshold he's going to be held to. Starting to get a little bit wild here with his off-speed.
2-2 delivery. There's a fastball on the inside corner, and he fouls it straight back.
I need to correct myself. Not wild, but he started to mix up his sequences a lot more than he did the first time through, and that's natural as you start to see a lot more pitches from the hitters, and the hitters have seen a lot of these pitches. We talked about it the first time through.
Yeah, definitely a better look when you see a pitcher more than once. Here's the 2-2. Fastball there on the inside corner. Kind of dropped there from the catcher. Might have gotten the call if he was able to hold on and kind of stab it, but that one popped out. So missed a little inside corner to the umpire, and count will run full to 3-2.
It looked like Reyes was set up on the outer half and was taken inside. That's probably why he couldn't be able to handle it.
Full count offering. There's that slider and fouled it straight back. That one kind of got a little more upstairs than he would like. So we'll run it back here to, again, at 3-2.
Connor Batzer starting to move around in the Palm Springs bullpen.
Good crowd here tonight. Second largest crowd since opening night. Sun now down by the mountain. 3-2. Fastball, and that one's fouled again back behind the screen. Will Medina from Glendora, California, as we mentioned, from Azusa Pacific College. 53 hits in 185 at-bats and 286 batting average. And that one's driven down the left field line, running over and just foul by the bullpen. Running over there was Aiden Perez. That one just missing, just to the left of the foul line, and now taking the long trot back to the plate now will be the hitter Medina.
And it looked like Perez had a good beat on it, but when we're talking about depth, the Palm Springs outfield is shifted probably 5-6 steps to the right, their left of the normal depth, and you see now they start to adjust, playing a little more straight up. But normal depth, that's probably where you're going to get maybe an attempt at that instead of just a long run that Perez had to go on.
Yeah, Medina definitely a guy with a lot of pop in his bat. 3-2 again. And that one's hardly hit and past the glove of Manji. That one will sprinkle down the left field line. Heading to second will be Medina. Getting the ball back in quickly is Perez. And there's a leadoff scoring position runner in Will Medina.
You know, it's going to be a weird scoring. We'll have to see what the official score decides to do. But, you know, if you talk to Isaiah after the game, he's going to probably say that that's a ball he should come up with. You know, it may not have hit his glove, but he didn't look like he got all the way down, fielding it a little more open in his fielding stance, and Inland Valley has their first base runner.
Yeah, I think that will be charged as an error. It was hardly hit, but I think that play should probably be made as the first pitch. And, yep, there's an error on the board as that one misses up and away for ball one to Bentley. It's Medina the runner at second. Next pitch, and that one misses way above into the backstop. So count will run now to a ball and a strike, because I guess the first pitch was actually called a strike on the outer half. So going to third now on the wild pitch will be Medina.
And this is uncharacteristic of the defense we saw in the first couple of games from the Power. Now 6 errors in their last 2 games. And if you're Casey Dill, yes, your offense is producing, but I'm sure he wants to get that defense shored up.
Here comes the 1-1. And that one's in there on the zone. Ball and 2 strikes. A lively fastball. That one at 87 there on the lower quadrant of the zone. Martinez has him where he wants him. Ahead in the count at 1-2. 1-2 payoff pitch, and that one changeup misses there on the lower inside corner in the dirt. Count will run full now, 2-3-2.
And Josh, he's had a tendency to get ahead of these hitters, but has had a hard time putting them away with the 1 strikeout.
3-2 count. Got him on the fastball. And I guess the count was wrong on the scoreboard. That was weird. I guess it wasn't strike 3. So it was wrong on the scoreboard, and now it's a 3-2 count. Next pitch. That one's going to be fouled down the right field line.
And you're probably going to start to see Connor Batzer start to have a little more hop to his throwing routine now. We saw him just going through a couple of stretches, but now he's ramped up his routine should Martinez have to get a little help getting out of this inning.
Yeah, longest pitcher that's gone for Power this season was 4 innings, and that one, again, will go foul down the right field line. So continuing to make Martinez work. A lot of good at-bats for the Inland Valley Legends. Definitely been making him work a lot more pitches than you would like. 3-2 again. Fastball misses upstairs, did not get him to chase, and Lee will reach on the walk. Like what Martinez is trying to do. He's trying to get him to chase. They don't want to try and throw another fastball in the zone. A couple of those were being fouled off. He tried to get him to climb the ladder, but Lee was showing off his good eye right there for ball 4. So runners on the corners. That will bring up Justin Cabadas. 0 for 1. Grounded out to third in his first plate appearance. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, and there's the heater on the outside corner. On at 85. No balls in a strike here. Middle infielders in their double play depth. If you're Martinez, try and get a ground ball double play. Try and limit the damage. That one is punched down the left field line right by the bullpen, and Batzer kind of just standing there. Came closer than it probably thought that it was coming to him.
If there's a play that encapsulates what a relief pitcher is all about, Jayce, it probably is that. A baseball whizzing past his head as he's trying to come into the game. It doesn't bat an eye, doesn't make a movement, and he still ends up okay. You got to love relief pitchers, don't you?
The 0-2 delivery. That one's right back and off the foot of Martinez. So that will be an RBI infield single for Cabada, and hopefully Martinez is okay, but it looks like that will be all as here comes Casey Dill here to the mound. It's a hard-hit ball, missed his spot. That was a slider way on the upper quadrant of the zone, and I think they're going to take him out regardless. looks to be okay, but with that pitch count, as we mentioned, 60 to 65 pitches. Now the pitching coach will kind of come out there as well. Or now he's talking to the third base coach, Reed Santos.
Yeah, Santos is the one that actually came and checked on him, and we didn't see an appearance from any of the trainers. And if it's good with Santos, it's good with the very talented athletic training staff that we've been provided with here for Palm Springs. But still got a lot of work to do to get out of this one for Martinez.
Yeah, definitely a lot more active for the training staff's been just in Game 5. Didn't talk about it in the open, but this power team, as the first pitch here to Licata, misses upstairs for ball 1, but they've been banged up. A lot of injuries for this power ball club. Really the only negative thing so far in this season is they've won 23 games entering tonight, dating back to their wonderful season of last year, their historic season. There's an off-speed pitch swung on and missed out in front. Ball and a strike here to Licata. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. Power up 5-1. 1 run home here in this inning, still nobody out here for the Inland Valley Legends. 1-1. Licata, big swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs, got him to chase. Good fastball at 86. Ball and 2 strikes.
You can't be too surprised that Licata has come out and been aggressive in this at-bat. He saw 11 pitches in his first at-bat, so he has an idea of what Martinez wants to come here with.
1-2 delivery. Fastball way outside the zone. That one definitely would have hit a left-handed batter. So I missed very well in the left-handed batter's box. So they're going to stick with Martinez. First 3 runners batters, have reached. Started with that air from the third baseman, Manji. Count even. Here's the 2-2. Slider doesn't chase. Good pitch, but Licata laying off that one. Count will run full to 3-2.
And it's a good pitch, and it's a better block here from Reyes. That becomes a lot harder because you have a right-hander in the batter's box. So not only are you dealing with just the natural elements of the dirt, but you have to make sure it doesn't go off an ankle or any other part of the body.
3-2 to the batter, Licata. And misses inside for ball 4. So kind of the track's fallen off a little bit for Martinez, and looks like, I believe that's Casey Dillon. Yep, he signals to the pen, so that will be it here for Martinez. So all 3 runners will be earned if they come around to score, as the only run to score was that air. So that will be all. We will be right back here in the broadcast. We'll just stay on as Connor Batzer coming to the bump. As Batzer from Cal State San Bernardino and graduated from Burroughs High School in 2002 from Ridgecrest, California. And Batzer, the 5'11" right-hander, he's a guy, a very talented high school ball player, 4 years of varsity baseball, won the Mojave River League MVP and team MVP. Tremendous high school career on the mound. Talk about 168 and a third innings, posting an incredible 2.99 ERA and an absolute elite 207 strikeout to a 60 walk ratio, and opponents hit just 239 off of him.
And Connor's a guy here, Jayce, that in his 9 1/3 innings in this last season at Cal State Bernardino, only had 2 strikeouts. So it's obvious what he's trying to do here. He's trying to pitch to contact, and in this situation, a twin killing would go a long way in making sure the Power get out of this with a ton of damage still going to come. So look for the rest of this lineup in Inland Valley to be aggressive, try to put their best swing on the ball early in the count against a guy that's not trying to overpower anybody, but he's trying to induce some weak contact.
Yeah, bats are just kind of getting thrown in the fire. Bases loaded, nobody out. Definitely a pitcher's worst nightmare to come in and pitch in, but in his first game against SoCal Mavericks, went 3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts. So opponents were hitting .308 against him, but he's a guy who, not a big strikeout guy, but you got to get, obviously the infield, I guess, are going to be playing back. Surprised the corners aren't in, but with it being bases loaded, they're just going to try and get some outs. So first pitch to Boscovich, and he fouls it straight back as he's 0 for 0, no official at bat. He got hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance.
So everybody right here is playing for the double play, and Casey Dill opting to allow the infield to make whatever choice they want.
0-1, and Batzer continues in his first 2 pitches. That one finds the zone as well. Fastball in the inner half, and quickly 0-2. That one at 87 for Batzer. Looking for the big strikeout. 0-2. And he got him! Slider on the outer half. Batzer carving the zone early on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 0-1 out.
There's really nothing else you could have asked for other than maybe a double play, but you throw 3 pitches and you don't allow Boscovich, to get any sort of rhythm into the box. That kind of pace is something you can play with as a reliever, and that's a huge out here for Palm Springs.
Big cut and a miss to the 9-hitter. Connor DeBenin struck out looking in his first at bat, and big swing and a miss. Another good off-speed pitch there from Batzer. Here's the 0-1. Batzer misses low on the off-speed, a ball and a strike. Love to try and get another strikeout or a ground ball double play and try and escape the impossible that a lot of people would say. Base loaded, nobody out, but he got the first guy out. That one, fastball dotted on the lower quadrant of the zone. A ball and 2 strikes now here to DeBenin. Outfield playing in their normal depth. Left fielder, though, and Aiden Perez kind of shaded more to left center. Fastball just misses the outer half.
That's a beautiful 1-2 pitch if your bats are right there. He's deploying this fastball that's sitting about 87, 88, and that's a tough pitch to take, and you got to give credit where credit's due. DeBanon had a tough take.
2-2 to DeBanon. Fouls the off-speed back. There's another slider for Batzer. He will throw that a lot. 4-pitch guy. Batzer trying to continue to pump strikes. Now calls time to DeBenin, the batter. Batzer will throw a 4-seam, 2-seam, a slider curve, and a Vulcan change. Pardon me. It's actually a 5-pitch mix. Next one, line to short. This could be 2 to second for 1. 0-2 first for the double play. How about that? Batzer works the magic, comes in, bases loaded, no outs, doesn't allow a run to score, and we will head to the bottom of the 4th. Power leading the Legends 5-1.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here for the home half of the 4th. Power leading the Legends. If you guys are just joining us, 5-1. Jayce Cicinelli, EJ Sanchez on the call tonight. And so far, EJ, Power, 4 runs in the home half of the first, 1 in the second. We're shut out finally in that third, but they've been dominating this game early on.
Yeah, Jayce, I think we're going to go back and look at that 4th inning and that job that Connor Batzer just did. And should the Power win this game, we're going to come back and recognize that moment for as big as it was. You come in as a reliever with the bases loaded and no outs. Realistically, you would love to only give up 1, but you're okay with giving up the 2 spot. Getting out of that situation with a strikeout and a double play, you can't write it any better. And what Connor Badger just did has to be huge for this offense to get them back to the bat racks and have the top of this order do what they've done all season long.
Yeah, and Manji, for the third time in his third at-bat, will lead off the inning. So he led off the first, obviously being the leadoff hitter. 9 batters came around in that first inning, led off the bottom of the second, and who will now lead off this bottom of the fourth. Matt Henry still out there for the Legends, the southpaw. First pitch to Manji, and this one's lined into left center, coming on and charging, and won't make the play, will be the center fielder, McLaurin. So Manji is on his second hit of the night, and a leadoff knock for the Power.
You know, Isaiah kind of got the short end of the stick when it came to having an opportunity to be the player of the game on Wednesday because of the amazing game that Aiden Torek had. But that's 3 straight multi-hit games for Isaiah Manji. And in a summer where he's going to be looking for a new home, that's exactly the kind of thing that you want to put up. So staying hot is Isaiah, and it's an opportunity now for Holler to do some damage.
So here's Austin Holler. 9 hits now for the Power this season, second on the team, only behind Aiden Torek. He's 2 for 2 tonight with 2 runs scored and a stolen base as he takes a heater down the middle for strike 1. Starting to see some velocity die off. That one was just at 82. Henry's topped out, I believe, at 86 tonight, but he's been sitting around the 83 to 85 range. Here's the 0-1 to Holler, and he fouls that back to the left side. I want at 81. Holler down 0-2.
We got to remember here, Jayce, that Matthew Henry was a reliever all season long at Cal State Bernardino. So when you're talking about his 4th inning of work, that would be close to one of the longest outings he would have had all spring in terms of pitches.
So we're starting to see a southpaw warm up down there for the Legends. 0-2 to Holler. Fouls it back. That one to the right side by the Legends dugout.
And it's actually confirmed. The longest outing of this spring season for Henry was 3 full innings. And you said it, the left-hander warming up is Gavin Reeve out of Westmont University. He's throwing down in the bullpen should Henry not be able to escape this 4th inning.
Here comes the 0-2. Holler punches it to left. This could be 2 to second for 1. Not going to double up. So Holler's able to beat out the fielder's choice. So 1 out, and Holler will stay at first.
Yeah, it's such a tough matchup when you're talking about left on left, and regardless if he's losing velocity or not, the movement on the 2-seam fastball for Matt Henry gets in on the hands of Holler, and that's really all he can do. And it's a smart decision there by Grutzmacher to make sure he doesn't do anything he doesn't need to. He takes his out and plays for the next play.
So here's Noah Blythe, who is swinging a very hot stick. He just hasn't been able to get hit, but he's been putting the ball, a lot of good swings on baseballs as he, first pitch he sees, that one in there on the outside corner. That one actually missed a little outside, but gets a generous call as Noah Blythe 0 for 1 with a sac fly, but both balls have been very hit hard, both over 90 exit velocity. Holler takes off on the 0-1. There's a hit and run. Blythe launches one down left field, and running on and making the grab will be Medina. So another hard hit out, and the frustration continues for Noah Blythe.
It's barely frustration at this point. I mean, you see Sam DiMatteo at first base. He's laughing with Noah Blythe, and Noah is starting to, have that fade. The frustration is just turning to, an oh shucks kind of thing where you throw your hands up. All you're doing is barreling up baseball, and, that's why they call it the cruelest game there is, where you can do absolutely everything right and have nothing to show for it. But Noah can hang his helmet on the fact that he's taking good swings in good counts.
So 2 outs for Aiden Torek, hottest hitter for this Power lineup. 5 hits yesterday, so far 2 for 2 today, and an RBI. Hits in last 7 out of 8 at-bats. Holler will take off again. This time no hit and run, throw down to second, not in time. Holler his second stolen base of the night, and it sets up an RBI chance for the hottest stick in the lineup in Aiden Torek.
Holler got a good jump, and it was actually a pretty good release and pop time there from Ben Lee, but it was almost a better jump and an opportunity to drive in another for Torek.
So here's the 1-0 to Torek. That one's going to be fouled, line down the right field line and out of play. That one at 82. Southpaw now sitting down in the pen, and guess they're just going to keep sticking with Henry with 2 outs in the frame. Henry checks Haller at second. Checks him again and delivers. That one high and away for ball 2.
Torek tied for the team lead with Noah Blythe in RBIs. He's looking for his 8th, and all 7 of them have come in the last 2 ball games.
Checking on the runner again. Here's the 2-1. Haller will take off for third. Pitches a ball and no throw. How about that? 3 stolen bases, and we're just in the bottom of the 4th for Austin Haller.
So now it just takes anything to the outfield here for Torek, and you have an opportunity to do it in a hitter's count at 3-1. I think it's exactly where a guy like Torek wants to be, with ducks on the pond and a count in his favor.
So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Knows the fastball's coming. 3-1. Fastball well placed on the inside corner. The count will run full to 3-2.
And the regular bystander asking a 3-1 fastball, why are you not swinging there? It was not an automatic fastball as it once was.
3-2. This one is absolutely crushed. Dead center field. This one has a chance and off the wall. Another RBI and an extra base hit. A double for Torek. 3 for 3 again tonight. And Power extend the lead 6-1.
To demonstrate how hard this ball is hit, Jayce, McLaurin had to beat again. And when you see an outfielder, especially to the caliber of Xander McLaurin, turn backwards like that, it has to have a ton of backspin on it. And with the day he's had so far, Casey Dill's going to go ahead and let Torek take the rest of the night off as Joe Jimenez trots out there to second.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about just incredible. Aiden Torek is on an absolute mission, and I mean, he's going to continue to swing that hot stick. We saw him in BP hit about 4 or 5 home runs on the practice backfield in BP. His bat, man, he just has a lot of pop and just another good swing off the bat for him. So here's Mark Kirkland. Kirkland 0 for 2, fielder's choice and an RBI. Takes it up and in for ball 1. Mark Kirkland, we haven't talked about it, leads the team in walks with 8 and on-base percentage. So that one misses again, 2-0. Kirkland with a .636 on-base percentage here in Game 5 of the season. Has played in every game so far. 2-0 hitters count. And swinging away and fouling it to the left side there by the screen.
You know, you got to love the approach here for Kirkland as he doesn't expand his zone in the first 2 pitches, and he allows himself to get into that hitter's count and almost allow himself the freedom to take as big of a rip as he did there, 2-0.
So 2-1 to Kirkland. And overthrown and in the dirt and easily getting to third will be Joe Jimenez.
You know, it's easy to say, Jayce, that it was a ball in the dirt. He should advance there, but that was a heck of a read at second base by Jimenez. He got out to a good secondary, and right as he landed, he saw and made the decision that as soon as that ball was going to get in the dirt, he was going to go, and it really made it that much tougher for Ben Lee to make a play.
Right you are is the 3-1 and misses outside for ball 4. So Kirkland continuing to walk, and that is now number 9 on the season. So that will bring up Aiden Perez, one of the newcomers we mentioned in the open. So far 0 for 2. Reached on an air, though, and scored in the first inning. Talked about it with Kirkland and BP, and he was laughing as far as being walked a lot. He's trying to swing the bat, but saying he's not getting a lot of pitches, and he takes off on the first pitch, hitting a run, and that one's chopped foul here by the Power dugout on the left side.
I don't think this is for comedy or entertainment purposes anymore, Jayce. I think Mark is really trying to show that he has the stolen base and a speed factor to his game that he's trying to demonstrate. I mean, he's thinking that he's Nick Eli or even Austin Haller at this point.
Yeah, continuing to be aggressive on the base pass all night. Gets a lefty as well. I mean, obviously, if a right-handed pitcher on the mound, definitely easier to steal, and there's the pickoff. Really the first one we've seen, I believe, all night. Just to check on Kirkland over there first.
And not to say that Mark's slow or anything, Jayce. He has played some outfield. He's athletic for his size, but definitely wasn't known as a known base stealer coming into the summer. That's why we've touched on it.
So runners on the corner, 2 outs, 0-1. And fastball misses upstairs. Ball and a strike here to Aiden Perez. Middle infielder's kind of playing more up the middle. Second baseman playing there just in case Kirkland decides to take off again. Wouldn't be surprised. Doesn't take off, 1-1. Fastball again, missing up. 2 balls and a strike now here to Aiden Perez. Waiting on deck will be Alonso Reyes. Another newcomer here for the Power. Singled in an RBI in his first at bat back in the first inning. 2-1 delivery. And another fastball again missing upstairs. So trying to continue to chase, trying to get him to chase. But Aiden Perez ain't biting. That's 3 straight pitches, all fastballs missing up. That one more borderline, but didn't get the call. That one at 84. So 3-1 count with 2 away. Runners on the corners. There goes Kirkland and misses for ball 4. So 4 straight pitches, all missing up. Another walk back-to-back, and that will bring up the bases loaded for Alonso Reyes.
A big opportunity here for Alonso, and this is an opportunity as we're going to get a mound visit, an opportunity to, you don't want to say impress because these guys are as receptive as anybody that, you and I have come across. But there's always that little piece of you that wants to show your new team that you can do something, you can contribute. And, he already has the RBI single back in the first, and it'll be, exciting to see what he does here. A guy with that much caliber spent a season at Long Beach State that wasn't able to get, the playing time he would have liked. He takes that next season at Cerritos. He's found his way here with the Power before heading over to be an anteater next season at UC Irvine.
Yeah, and kind of surprised they're leaving Henry in the game. It's been wild. He did get 2 outs, but now you got Gavin Reeve, who was warming up, number 12 in the pen, but he sat down about 4 batters ago. Surprised that they sat him down a little earlier, thinking that he was just going to get out of this inning. Still has a chance to as he misses ball 1 to the batter lefty, Alonso Reyes. From the windup, the 1-0. And fastball in the outer half in there, a ball and a strike. 6 runs on 8 hits for the Power, 2 errors. Both teams actually with 2 errors, and Inland Valley with 1 run on 1 hit. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball misses on the inner half, 2 balls and a strike. Starting to see a change of pace for Henry, kind of started taking his time a little more in the earlier part, but now he's just kind of getting on the rubber and throwing. 2-1. Again, missing low and away for ball 3, and he's 1 ball away from suffering a bases-loaded walk.
And with the command right now of Henry, you are allowed the opportunity to sit on 1 pitch.
3-1, and this one is lined into right center. That's going to fall in. 2 runs will score. Second hit and 3 RBIs now on the night for the newcomer, Alonso Reyes.
3 RBIs in his debut. And Alonso Reyes, as we just mentioned, the 3-1 pitch, you were able to sit 1 spot, and he's able to catch a barrel and send it right back up the middle. Use the big part of the field and put this one a little out of reach early here for the Power, as it looks like we're going to get a pitching change, and that'll be all for Matt Henry.
Yeah, manager Matt Cordero for the Legends leaves them in too long, and now it will be the southpaw, the new guy in Gavin Reeve, who's from Westmont College, and another southpaw for this Legends ball club. I mean, how about Alonso Reyes going back to him? 2 good swings, 2 for 3 now on the night, 3 RBIs, and you talk about just pretty much getting off the bus and coming here today. New ball club, and he's just fitting right into this lineup, providing the pop in the bottom of the order.
And, Jayce, there's always the one part that says, don't worry about friends. Hit enough, and you'll have all the friends you'll want. And I'm sure regardless if he was going to do that or not tonight, everybody on this team is, I'm sure, happy for the success of Reyes as he's, found a new home for the summer. I talked to him before the game, and, a week off from catching, he felt refreshed and ready to go. And this is a situation for him to get some good reps in a league where he can really start to find his stroke that might lead to some quality playing time next season at Irvine.
Yeah, and Gavin Reeve, a little bit about him, as we mentioned, from Westmont, California, or goes to Westmont College from La Verne, California, and and 15 appearances he made for Westmont. He has a 1.91 ERA, 44 innings logged, 53 strikeouts. And opponents just hit 184 against him as he allowed those 12 earned runs in those 44 innings of work. So he will face Cody Kashimoto, another newcomer, the shortstop, who's 0 for 1, reached on an error and a walk. Seeing definitely a lot more production from the bottom of the lineup, and you know manager Casey Dill loves to see that. We talked about him today. Manager's show, first of many for the Power season, as it will be every Friday, and talked about him a lot as far as the team's success this season early on, and we talked about the 23-game winning streak, and he's not even worried about that. He is just telling his guys the message to his players, game by game, let's just go out and be 1-0 in every game, and that's the mentality that he has brought to his locker room.
And essentially, this is the old process over results mindset that you have for a lot of coaches that say, don't worry about what's going to happen at the end. If you take care of your process and you take care of your preparation, then it's going to fall into place by the end of it. And I think that's really the mantra and the attitude that Casey Dill has put towards this organization, and the reason why the organization has had as much success, especially recently, that they've enjoyed.
Yeah, we talked about Power scoring 11 runs in each of the first 4 games. They have 8 tonight, and for those of you that don't know, every time Power scored 9 runs, every fan gets 2 free tacos from Jack in the Box, and they are 1 run away from making that happen. First one is fouled. See if this gets out of play by the first base dugout, and it will, right behind it.
Make a play, Darby. There it is.
Right on the one hop, one of our photographers.
We have to give her a standing ovation. Darby, who's been with the Power organization for the last few years, catches a ball off the bounce, and Cole Pavelio, one of our esteemed broadcast interns, made sure to let everybody in the stadium know that a great play was made.
So 0-1 here to Kashimoto. Shortstop for the Power. 0-1. That one misses inside, nearly got him. Ball and a strike. I like what Kashimoto's doing right there as far as staying in there. Most guys will try and dodge a ball in the inside corner, but he's just trying to get on base. That's his job there in that middle or bottom of the order. 1-1. Little jam shot around the hands. Tough play for the pitcher, and Reeve will flip it over to first. So that will end the inning. 3 runs in the inning for Power on 3 hits in the inning, and that will be all through 4. Power here at Palm Springs Stadium lead the Legends 8-1.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Of outdoor living spaces in the desert, nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service.
So we're back here for the top of the 5th. Connor Batzer continues to be out there on the rubber. His Power commanding with the 8-run lead.
And the final book has closed now on Josh Martinez, and you know he might owe Connor Batzer something. You don't know what it will be, but we'll let the 2 college baseball players decide that amongst themselves on what they owe something, because he inherited the bases loaded jam. But after Batzer gets out of it, Martinez's final line is 3 1/3, 1 run on 1 hit. The run was earned, did walk 3, but struck out 4, and so Martinez now comfortably the strikeout leader for the Power in the young season.
Yeah, continue just 1 run allowed in those 6 innings, and obviously Batzer, as you mentioned, bailing him out As first pitch he delivers to the leadoff man, McLaurin. That one misses outside for ball 1. McLaurin 0 for 2. A couple ground outs to short. And a 3 unassisted in his last one. 1-0. This one in on the hands. Jam shot to short. Should be an easy play. Over to first and in time is Kashimoto, making it look easy for out number 1. So 1 out now for Grutzmacher. Grutzmacher, the second baseman, 0 for 1 with a walk and a lineout.
Probably the easiest play of the night that Kashimoto has had. He's had a couple of choppers, had a couple of hard-hit balls. This one a little too hopper. He's able to set his feet and make a nice strong throw to first.
First one, that's a slider that misses well outside the zone. That one low and away for ball 1. Grutzmacher, we mentioned, from Temecula College. Next pitch. There's a high pop-up in the infield. Kashimoto, who's going to call it? Haller will take charge, and he will make the grab. Sometimes those are tough plays to make with the lights kind of blinding the ball, but he's able to make it the catch as Haller for out number 2.
Yeah, it's one of those Bermuda triangles that you talk about, and that's the reason why, first day of off-season, first day of spring training, if you're in a higher level, you work on pitcher fielding practice and you work on pop fly communication. It seems so redundant at the time, but those are the things that you absolutely have to make sure you take care of in a game, and Haller does a good job right there to take charge.
First pitch was a slider in there to Nathan Heelan, the 3-hitter for the Legends. 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout, and that one's in there as well. So Botzer, since coming into this ballgame, continuing to just pound the zone with strikes, getting a lot of quick outs, and he continues to do this. He can go deep in this ballgame. 0-2. Slowly chopper, and it hit off the bat there, I believe, and it will be a foul ball. We'll do it again at 0-2.
And completing the play down to first just in case was Reyes. Just never know, just out in front of the plate, what an umpire can see, especially if it's chopped like that. And do it again, 0-2.
So from the windup, Batzer delivers. Fastball just misses. That one just a little low, but I love the spot. Sometimes those are tough pitches to take as a hitter. In your mind, you know you're down 0-2. You're trying to protect. Tough pitch, but I love it. 1-2, and that one's chopped. Good suicide swing there, trying to stay alive. Tough breaking ball, and we'll do it again at 1-2.
Batzer's gone here now with a couple of fastballs ahead. See if he deploys one of those off-speed pitches that you were talking about. Could go to the slider here.
1-2. Slider, ground ball to the left side. On the backhand, Kashimoto makes the throw. Is it in time? No call, and yep, off the bag. So that will be a tough play. I think it probably should be ruled as a hit. He was running hard down the line, and they are going to give it an error. So it's a bang-bang play on the glove hand in the hole, but they do give it an error. So that's the second error tonight charged to Kashimoto. Some of the fans don't like the call. I thought it was a hit as well, but either or. 2 outs and a quick pickoff attempt to first, but Heelan gets back over there at first.
Jayce, we do have a say in this. We might be able to file an official waiver to the official scorekeeper. I think we can get in contact with him because I think we're all in agreement.
That one is lined into left center field. That's going to split the gap. Easily going to third is Heelan. On his way to second is the batter Medina. The throw not in time. Close play there at second, but no communication as Haller didn't know the runner was there. He might have had a chance. So now it's second and third, and Medina swinging early in the count.
He gets a fastball over the heart of the plate, and when he's even or just ahead in the count as Medina was, he's able to put a good swing on the ball. And the little chuckle that you might have heard in the background is you heard in the crowd error a couple of times, trying to poke some fun at our scorekeeper who still has that down as an error.
So 2 outs, runners at second and third. That will bring up Ben Lee, the catcher. 0 for 1, reached on an error and a walk. Takes that one low for ball 1. Legends just 2 hits on the night, but they've reached 3 errors for power. That's 7 errors in the past game and a half. There's a chopper up the middle. Will it get through? Diving Haller doesn't have a throw, and now he's going to throw home. The throw not in time. So 2 runs will come in and score. That's definitely going to be a hit, and yes, it is.
Thank goodness.
As 2 runs score, 2 RBIs, and Lee is on with a free base hit.
This is the last thing that you're thinking of if you're Connor Batzer. You retire the first two, you get a weak contact ground ball, and you think that you're going to be home free, but one thing leads to another, and suddenly 2 runs are on the board, and you really have to bear down to keep this deficit at what it is right now for Inland Valley.
So 8-3 now is the game, and first pitch swinging is the 6th hitter, Justin Cabana. Fouls that off to the right side by the screen. Trying to get, as the Legends keep chipping away, they're a dangerous team. Only team to beat Power last year. Power was victorious, however, 4 out of their 5 meetings last year. 3 out of the 4 blowout wins. There's a slowly hit ground ball up the middle. Holler cannot make the play. Took a bad hop off the dirt, tried to field it, and it hit his, I believe, the heel of the glove. And now that will be an E4 there for Holler, his 2nd of the season, and Cabana will reach.
So this is a tough play for a couple of reasons, Jason. The reason is you might think it's just an easy chopper, but he's going almost to his weak side. He has to go across his body, and what he didn't do is he didn't flip his glove to his backhand. So he had to reach his body all the way across to his right hip, and it makes it so much harder of a play, especially when it has some English on it, as that ball did.
Right you are is the first pitch. That one there misses outside for ball 1 to Jack Licata, the shortstop, 0 for 1 with a walk. Botzer just trying to get out of this inning. Looks sharp. Getting the first 2 guys out, and then a potential error, even though we thought it was definitely an infield hit. 3 out of the last 4 guys have reached on hit, and then that last one on air is that next one, fastball. A generous call there as Trackman had that pitch missing a baseball off the plate, but Botzer will take it on the mound as that one was at 86 miles per hour. So a ball and a strike. 2 outs, Power trying to limit the damage. 1-1. Fastball spiked into the dirt, 2 balls and a strike.
And Jayce, it's not necessarily that he has been less efficient or less sharp. The only ball that was really hit hard in this inning was the double by Medina. Other than that, these hits have stayed in the infield, or these errors have been committed. Botzer has continued to do his job in terms of inducing weak contact, which is what he's in there to do as he falls behind 3-1.
Yeah, 2-1 slider there and try to spin it back in the zone there, righty on righty, but that one missed well inside. So hitters count now 3-1. Definitely a dangerous pitch if you're Botzer, not trying to throw it right down the middle. That one did catch the lower part of the zone. That was a good call right there on the lower quadrant. Is right there on the knees to the batter, Licata. So count will run full. 3-2, 2 outs. Botzer trying to get out of the jam. 3-2. Runners go on the move, and that one's lifted out to right. Should be an easy play for Noah Blight down the line, and he makes the grab to end the frame. The Legends do strike for 2 on 3 hits in the inning, and that will end the frame. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Power on top, 8-3.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at Eisenhower.
Home half of the 5th here at Palm Springs Stadium. Power cleaning through the 8-3 lead. Legends struck for 2 here in the top half of the 5th, and they're trying to get back and extend their lead here as they'll have The bottom of the order, 9-1-2, Dalton Thomas, Isaiah Manji, and Austin Haller. Trying to continue to produce runs that they've been doing all year. Talked about 11 runs at least in the first 4 games and a season high in their last game with 17. Here's Dalton Thomas, just 2 hits all season, 0 for 2 tonight. Looking for his 3rd hit of the season. Here against this new southpaw Reeve, who got the last out of the innings. He takes inside, ball 1 missing inside to Dalton Thomas. 1-0, big cut and a miss. Heater at 82, well he placed above the zone, and good pitch there right around the letters, ball and a strike.
There's only way to get yourself out of a slump for Dalton, and he's doing it by being aggressive early.
1-1, that one misses above the letters. 2 balls and a strike. Thomas trying any way he can to put the ball in play, and he's done that, and that one nipped him. Yep, fastball there. Dalton likes to stand close to the plate, making it harder on the pitcher. Smaller strike zone, and Dalton getting on base right there with a hit by pitch. So here's Isaiah Manji, leadoff hitter. 2 for 3 tonight, single and a double, a run scored, and he loves, as we mentioned, he loves to be in the leadoff spot, loves to get on base, provide the runs, the instant runs for this power offense. So Dalton at first. First pitch is cut on a miss. Behind on the fastball as Manji was late. That one at 83 there for the southpaw Reeve.
And it adds on to the on-base streak of Thomas, though he hasn't gotten going with the stick yet. He has found himself on base as he started all 5 of these power games. And he continues that streak, and he'll take it into tomorrow.
So with a late pickoff attempt there, but easily getting back was Thomas. Thomas with a decent lead over there. Got a little bit of speed in him. Doesn't go. Next pitch. And just overthrown right there and missing upstairs. Looks like a curveball at 72, and just couldn't get the spin on that one. Looked on that one. Release point was a little off, and kind of looks more like a 12-6. Wow, a very close play right there, but couldn't hold on to it was the first baseman, Bosovic. That's one of the quick pickoff moves that you see from lefties. A little quick step off the mound and try and fire it over there and trying to catch Thomas sleeping, but Dalton was able to get back.
You know, why wouldn't you? 3 stolen bases, and that's what you call, an A move if you're a lefty, or even if you go to another one, it could be a balk move.
Next pitch, and that one misses as well, outside and high. So hitters count here, and Manji trying to do what he's been doing since being in leadoff spot, and that's getting on base and passing the baton. Next pitch, cut on and miss. The count will run even now here to 2-2.
Manji's going to get an opportunity here to see what he can do with 2 strikes. He had the RBI double with 2 strikes a couple of days ago. He's one of the more comfortable guys in this power lineup with 2.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Manji. Fouled straight back. Good swing. Surviving there on the 2-strike count. Gets a pitch in the zone, and he's able to get a bat on it, get some wood on it, and we'll foul it back and do it again at 2-2. Starting to see a righty out there. Warm up for the Legends. And now a step off there from Reeve, and a little bit of mind games we'll play here. Just in case you guys are joining us, we didn't mention this in the open, but so we'll have to wait here as quickly Reeve now into his stretch, and the 2-2 fouled again straight back, and we'll go back on that thought as these 2 teams got a little bit of a rivalry brewing potentially with the Twitter account, however, for the IV Inland Valley Legends. So they were set in the open. They actually posted a tweet and a prediction of the final score tonight in favor of them winning 7-3, and Power definitely has turned the script at least for this point of the game, and there's a line drive up the middle and a base hit for Manji. Continues to hit, easily going to third with Thomas. Their throw will be put into short, and there it is. So runners on the corners, another good swing for Manji, his 3rd of the night.
With a 2-2 count up, and Manji, he just able to cut down on his swing just a little bit, nearly inside out this ball as it found its way across, the heart of the plate. And Isaiah continues to do what he's done over the last 3 games, and putting in his best foot forward to try to be our player of the game.
So here's Austin Haller, who continues to get hits. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He has 3 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, and He hasn't came up a lot with the runners in scoring position. He's looking for another RBI here, which is 3 to the season as he's behind on the fastball 0-1. That one was well placed, only 82, but that one more on the upper part of the zone. And Haller continuing to swing aggressive, a guy who likes to take more pitches early in the count, but he's shown aggressive last couple games, and it's been working for him as he takes low and outside, pardon me. Count will run to a ball and a strike.
You know, with no outs here, this is an interesting spot maybe for Manji to be able to take off with the left-hander. He's not being held on right now.
First and third, no outs. 1-1. Haller behind again. That one at 84. Fastest pitch now we've seen from Reeve. Dialing it up, and a ball and 2 strikes now here to Austin Haller. Blythe will be due up next. Blythe has struck the ball well again 3 times tonight, but no hits. 0 for 2 with a sac fly RBI, and another quick check on as the payoff pitch will have to wait. Haller coming into tonight, as we mentioned, second on the team in hits. He had 7 entering the game, now 9 on the season. As that one nearly gets him, and that one's going to come in very tightly on the inside and high out or inside corner. That's scary. Lefty. You're seeing that arm angle, and that's a pitch that will definitely back you up a little bit. But Haller loves to stand very close to the plate. 2-2. And that one will get him. So back-to-back pitches on the inside, and Haller continues to get on base. He's been on base now all 4 plate appearances.
You mentioned the lefty-on-lefty matchup, and it does come into play, whether you believe it or not, when you have a left-hander, especially to the caliber that Ellen Valley has been. That little reach almost cuts off about 3 to 4 feet of time to recognize a pitch, so that's why it always looks like it's coming just a little faster if you're a left-hander.
So bases loaded, no outs for Noah Blythe. Who else would you rather have up against a team that he absolutely destroyed last season, as the first one misses inside for ball 1? That was the second hit by a pitch of the inning, hitting Dalton Thomas, and then Haller right there. Next one, fouled back around the netting. Good swing there from Blythe, just got on top of it, fouling it straight back. So 1-1 here to Blythe. Blythe looking for a hit, hitless in his last 7. There's a good curveball. That one drops in. Good pitch, and Blythe down, a ball and 2 strikes. So working from the windup, bases loaded, no outs. 1-2. And he got him. Held onto the mitt, struck him out swinging, and Blythe will go down for round number 1.
That's a big pitch right here for Inland Valley, and you know, Blythe they didn't expand his zone ever. Those are just quality pitches that are continuing to be made in that situation. And it's all up now to Joe Jimenez, who came in for Aiden Torek.
Yeah, first one there is that one. Joe Jimenez does have 1 at bat on the season, 0 for 1, and that one misses for ball 1. Quickly working out of the windup, the 1-0. Reeve got him to chase that one. Fastball, in the zone, ball and a strike.
Gavin Reeve has now settled into a good pace as he already wants to go, as Jimenez just puts his eyes up.
And now a little sign confusion from the pitcher-catcher, so we'll step off and quickly back in the lineup, the 1-1. Good spot on the lower inside corner. Ball and 2 strikes, and if you're Power, you're trying to put the ball in play. Definitely don't want to do what Inland Valley Legends did and didn't score with base loaded, no outs. 1-2, and that's in the dirt in a wild pitch. 1 run's going to score easily, and every runner will move up 90 feet, and scoring will be Thomas. So Power extending their lead 9-3, and you'll take that as far as adding another run, trying to get those 2 runs back that you allowed in the top half of the 5th.
This is such a tough play for a catcher to make, going across, as we mentioned, the other side of the plate towards the feet of a right-handed batter, and Lee gave his best attempt at it. Might also have gotten a piece of the plate.
Next one misses upstairs and in. Count will run full now to 3-2. And we mentioned Dalton Thomas, just 2 hits on the season, but that's his 6th run scored of the season. 1-2. This one's lifted out into right. Might be deep enough. They're going to test him. Ball is caught. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. And scoring will be Manji, and Power extending their lead 10-3 with a sac fly RBI for Joe Jimenez.
It's teetering in that situation on if that's a good pitch to tag up on. But when you're up 9-3, you lose nothing by sending a guy in Isaiah Manji who does run well. And it's a good call by Casey Dillon. It leads to another run and another double-digit game here for Palm Springs.
So Jimenez scores. Haller moves up to third. So that will bring up Mark Kirkland. Kirkland, another walk. We mentioned 9 now, and the team leader in walks and on base percentage in that category. But he's looking to swing the bat here, and he does just that into left and a base hit. An RBI knock, 11-3, Power with their third run of the inning.
And it's the second RBI of the game from Mark Kirkland. And you joke with him before the game. You say, man, just get the bat off your shoulder. But he's not a guy that's going to expand his zone too much, and he still is able to take off his good swing or get off his ace swings when he wants to. He does there and just doesn't do too much, flicks it the other way, and gets his nice start to the summer rolling.
So 3 runs home in the inning. Kirkland now at first with the RBI. Now bring up Aiden Perez. Newcomer looking for his first hit is Power. 0 for 2 with a walk as he takes a strike on the outer half. Here comes the next pitch. That one misses in the dirt. Ball and a strike. As Perez reached on an error in the first at bat, grounded out to short in the second, and a walk in the fourth.
After this game, barring what Kirkland does in his next few at-bats, his on-base percentage is going to be pretty close to 700. He came into today at 621 and has continued to do Mark Kirkland things.
Seeing if he takes off. He's been doing that, doesn't, and the fastball does catch the outer half. Good pitch there. That one looked like the more upper outside quadrant of the zone. Got the corner, and a ball and 2 strikes, and Perez down in the count.
And not taking off might just be the reason. The reason might be just because of the score. It might not be because he's not getting a good jump.
1-2. There's the curveball. He wanted the call, but that one definitely missed upstairs. Tried to frame it. We've seen the catcher for the Legends. He's been framing pitches well. That's Ben Lee back there. He's blocked as many pitches as he could, but there's been a couple wild pitches tonight for the Legends pitching staff. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball spiked and inside, and the count will run full to 3-2. Still a good crowd here tonight. Mentioned the second biggest, only the opener back on last Friday, exactly a week from tonight, was a little bigger. This one is line and a base hit. There's the first hit for Perez. Going first to third, good base running. Kirkland picking up the third base coach, and again, runners on the corners for the Power.
Still up for debate on whether that first appearance on the base pass was an error or a hit. But, you know, this one leaves no doubt about it for Aiden Perez, and he's able to continue this going. And a game that a lot of people thought was going to be a lot closer coming into this game, the Power continue to do what they've done all season long, and that puts runs on the board.
So here's Alonzo Reyes, who has had himself a debut, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, and he is well on his way for potentially more here if he can try and get another hit as he takes low for ball 1. If we mentioned Reyes from Cerritos College and committing now to play at UC Irvine, and again, another base hit through the 5-6 hole, a line shot into left, another RBI, and have a day for Alonzo Reyes.
I mean, what hasn't he done when it's in terms of spraying the ball across the field? He has a hit up the middle, he's pulled a hit, and now he's gone the other way. And it's because he's not trying to do too much. He has the ability to go gap for gap, and he's continuing to show that ability here in his debut with his third hit.
So 4 runs home in the inning. That's 12 for Power, and they've first pitch is in there now to Kashimoto, who's the 9th hitter to come up in the inning. Thomas, who led off the inning with a hit by pitch, waiting on deck. Still 2 outs, runners at first and second. 0-1 to Kashimoto. That one's a curveball missing outside, a ball and a strike. Mentioned Power scoring at least 11 runs in each of the first 4 games, and they do that again tonight as they have 12 now on the scoreboard. 12 runs on 13 hits. Legends just 3 on 4 hits. Next pitch, line drive, base hit up the middle. They're going to send home the runner, Perez. No throw to the plate, and it is a 5-run inning and a 13-3 lead for the Power.
Kashimoto trying to get in on the action, and this is what we wanted for these guys that are making their debut here in Palm Springs. Each of the guys now has a hit. Each of the guys has at least one RBI, and they're starting to make some friends there in that clubhouse, in that dugout, contributing to an offense that has 13 runs on 14 hits. And maybe my favorite stat of the night, Jayce, only 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about putting the ball in play, and Power, so far they've hit BP in every game, and it's been helping for sure in this game. And there's a ball. They're back around to stop there and nearly almost hitting a couple fans. Seemed to be okay, though. That could have been bad. But instead, it's 0-1. So Thomas again, who led off the inning with a hit by pitch, and he's back in there again for more action. 0-1, kicks and fires his Reeve, and there's a chopper to second. And right under the glove, that will be an error, and a run scored going to third will be Kashimoto, and Reyes will score the 6th run of the inning. And now they give it a hit on the scoreboard, and I mean, I don't know what's going on with the official scores tonight, but either way, they give it a hit, and at least for right now, that will stand as a hit, and that's the 3rd hit of the season for Dalton Thomas.
Hey, an RBI hit's an RBI hit, and I guarantee you that Dalton's not going to be complaining about it here. And now he has back-to-back games with a base knock.
I'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Imaji. Takes for ball 1. Kashimoto went first to third on that play, and Thomas picking up the RBI. So now the 11th hitter of the inning. It's Isaiah Manji, who had a single and a run scored in this inning. And he lifts a high fly ball to center, but playable. And coming in now and making the grab will be McLaurin to end the inning. But Power with their biggest inning of the night, a 6th spot here in the 5th, as we're through 5 from Palm Springs Power Stadium. Power on top, 14-3.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Back here for the top of the 6th here at Palm Springs Stadium. If you guys are just joining us, another dominating performance here through the first 5 innings of this ballgame. Power leading the Inland Valley Legends 14-3. Connor Batzer out there now for his 3rd inning relief, and he will face the 8-9-1 hitters and Sean Boscovich, Connor DeBennon, and the leadoff man Alexander McLaurin. So first pitch from Batzer in the frame, and he misses upstairs on the heater for ball 1. Boscovich 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch, also struck out looking. From the windup, the 1-0. Slider just missing outside, and 2-0 count now here to Boscovich. Power continuing to dominate on the offensive side, and another fastball missing upstairs at 3-0, and you know, your defense hasn't looked as sharp as you would like, right? 7 errors in the past 14 innings of play. Definitely something you want to clean up, but The offense is clicking on all cylinders here through the first 5 games. And there's the fastball. That one finds the zone, and 3 balls and a strike now to Boscovich.
I mean, no matter what your defense does in 5 innings, if you put up 14 runs on 14 hits, you're gonna have some success regardless of what's happening.
Again, a fastball. That one on the outer half, and that one finds the zone. And back at it now from 3-0 to 3-2. 3-2 offering. That one's lined into right center field, and that will fall in for a hit just in front of Jimenez. And leadoff knock for Boscovich to start off the top half of the 6th.
Batzer just leaves, he leaves just the pitch just a little bit more up than he would like, and he's done very well in this cleanup duty that he's had to go through. But the first leadoff base runner that Inland Valley has had tonight.
Looks like Nick Eli will now take over for Haller over there at second, so that's something to keep in mind as Haller was supposed to lead off the next inning, and that one misses for ball 1 to the 9-hitter, Connor DeBennon. 0 for 2 with the strikeout looking and a double play. From the stretch, the 1-0. Check swing on the fastball up, but didn't go, and 2-0 now the count.
This is where we might start to see Casey Dill empty out his lineup card. His starters have given him a heck of a start and an opportunity to get some at-bats for for some guys that didn't get to start today.
There's a chopper up the middle. This could be 2. Eli steps on the back for 1. On to first, a well-picked ball, but off the bag. So it will be 4 unassisted for the force out, and reaching on the fielder's choice will be Connor DeBennon.
A good play by Eli, but maybe an example of him maybe getting a tad too cute, just side-arming a ball over there. He had plenty of time to make the play, and it pulls Kirkland off the bag. But as you said, a good job of him keep the ball in front, not allowing any more advancement.
Quick pickoff attempt there. That one's the closest of the night we've seen, but getting back there was DeBennon, the designated hitter. So here's Xander McLaurin, leadoff center fielder, 0 for 3 tonight, all groundouts. He's put the ball in play, but all of them have found leather. There's one right there. Right there, just missing us. We were trying to catch it. That's why you bring a glove to a ball game, but that one just out of the reach of us, just missing upstairs from us.
Not to toot my own horn or anything, I think I had a heck of a first step.
Here's the 0-1 delivery. There's a chopper to short. This one could be 2 to second for 1. On to first for the double play. 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. And we will head to the bottom of the 6th. Another good work inning for Batzer. Palm Springs on top, 14-3.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente.
Bottom of the 6th, new pitcher on here for the Inland Valley Letch. Going to be the right-hander Jake Entra from Citrus College. He comes in 20 1/3 innings of work there at Citrus College. 9.30 ERA, 11 strikeouts, 29 hits allowed, and 21 earned runs. Opponents were hitting .337 against him, and Power will have a pinch hitter leading off as Nick Eli, as we mentioned, came in for Haller last inning, and he will be set to lead things off for the Power. Nick Eli, who got the start last night in the DH spot, swung the bat very well, and now getting another opportunity here to swing the bat. Has 1 hit on the he has 2 hits on the season. Both came in last night's contest. Now you got another righty as well warming up for the Legends. It's going to be the number 21 for the Legends. And you have a right-hander as well warming up for the Power, trying to get the last 3 innings of play. And that will be the right-hander for the Power. As Kenneth Schechter will be that right-hander. Pardon me for the hold-up.
Now, is that relief pitcher extraordinaire Schechter, or is that pinch hit go-to guy Schechter?
Yeah, just in case if you guys are confused, here's the first pitch really quick here to Nick Eli. Finds the zone for strike 1, but Kenneth Schechter came in a pinch hit spot on Wednesday in a dominating 17-7 win, and he came in off the bench, no at-bats in his college career, and he punched a base hit through that 3-4 hole on the right side. That was a great swing, as there's another great swing. That one off the bat of Nick Eli in the center, and a leadoff single to start the bottom of the 6th.
And Schechter, who is a noted Boston Celtics fan, and we were joking with him pregame. He's originally from Boston. I asked him if he brought his Porzingis jersey, and he actually claimed he does not own a Boston Celtics jersey. Quite a fan.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Kristaps Porzingis missing the whole conference finals round, coming off last night with a big performance in that Game 1 Celtics dominating win. And there's a hard hit ball, and there's the hit for Noah Blythe. Long awaited. He's going to enjoy that one, and now he's going to hustle into second. Here comes the throw, and he is tagged out, trying to extend it. But going to third on the play will be Eli, and that will bring up Joe Jimenez.
I like the move there from Noah. What he's trying to do is he's trying to just stretch out his abilities, and in a 14-3 game, you're allowed to do that. You really don't fault him for doing that, but he does get his hit on the board for the first time.
So 1 out now, runner at third. That will bring up Joe Jimenez, pardon me. First one, that one's fouled down the right field line.
And here we get set now, and this has been a little fun middle innings here. Of the 3 innings you get to call in a game, you see 9 offensive runs.
Yeah. Next pitch. That one's grounded, 3 unassisted for an RBI ground out, and Joe Jimenez picking up his first RBI of the season. Or, pardon me, his second with a sac fly in his last at-bat. So here's Mark Kirkland with 2 outs, no one on. Kirkland has scored 3 times tonight. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI, and a check swing on the fastball up. Did he go? And he did. And that's a tough angle with a left-handed hitter up. Umpire standing to the first base side. We don't have a full 4-umpire crew, and it's just kind of obviously a hard angle, and that's kind of a guess if you're there. Obviously you don't have the angle with the left-handed hitter up, but says he went, and it's an 0-1 count to Kirkland. 0-1, and that one's off the end of the bat to short, kind of a swivel ball, and a bat hop firing to first in time.
And so Kirk right there is a victim of 2 words, summer baseball.
Yeah, that's a play where I think he was definitely safe on the play, but anyway, it ends the inning. We're through 6 here at Palm Springs Stadium, and Power on top, 15-3.
welcome you back here to the top of the 7th here in Palm Springs, where the Power leading the Inland Valley Legends 15-3. EJ Sanchez, Jayce Cicinelli along for the ride with you as Kenny Schechter takes over on the mound for Casey Dill. Schechter has more hits than he's given up. He is perfect on the season. No walks, no runs, no hits. As he gets ready to toe the rubber, the defense stays the same with Nick Eli remaining there at second base, who came in defensively for Austin Haller. The Power, 15 runs on 16 hits. Another game in which this offense has just shown off, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I love the offensive explosion again tonight. 17 on Wednesday, 15 tonight. And we're barely in the top of the 7th. As we see Rocky the mascot, Rocky the Ram. First time we've seen a drum appearance from him this season, and crowd enjoying it.
2-3-4 to lead off the top of the 7th here for Inland Valley. Gavin Gritzmacher, the second baseman, will step in. He's 0 for 2. He walked back in the first inning, lined out to Manji in the third, and popped out to Thomas in his last at-bat back in the 5th. So here's Kenny Schechter. Schechter will work out of the stretch, as most relievers do. This one's popped into the air along the right side. It'll go foul. Schechter has been a little bit all over the map. We'll allude to it all season long, but it's one of our favorite storylines. He began his career at Eastern Carolina University, then went to College of the Desert, headed up northeast to Rhode Island, and now has found a home at LSU Shreveport. He misses here with his 0-1. It's 1-1.
Looks like on the scoreboard they changed that air that we were talking about. They gave that air to the shortstop. And we finally got him to change their mind. So that was on Nathan Helian, the number 3 hitter in this lineup, who was told on the air, or was scored on the air, pardon me, but looks like they cleaned that one up.
The 1-2 from Schechter. Chop back into the screen, and we'll do it again. Just to show you how much power me and you, Jayce, have over the official scoring. We can't tell anybody over the airwaves, what we did to convince anybody. It's safe to say you and I hold a ton of power up here in the press box.
Yeah, I mean, we said it on the air. Definitely a hit on that play. And
swing and a miss. The slider from Kenny Schechter. He puts away Gavin Gritzmacher for the first out of the inning and the first strikeout of the day for Kenny.
Yeah, good job for Kenny coming right into the ball game. And we talked about it. He threw the ball very well in his last outing. Just allowed 1 run on 3 innings, but had a couple strikeouts. And there's another one to add to his total in the early season.
So stepping in from the left side now is Nathan Helen, who swings through strike 1. A fastball there from Schechter. Helen flew out back in the first, a strikeout in the third. He came around to score after a hit back in the 5th. Also has a stolen base on the evening. 0-1 from Schechter in the dirt. Well picked by Reyes, who's still in there behind the plate. Now the third catcher to be added to the roster is Reyes. After Derek Houston did the catching on Tuesday against Santa Clarita. 1-1. Swung on and fouled back into the screen. It's 1-2. Schechter, when the season starts to wind down and these games start to mean a little more, definitely going to be one of the more relied upon bullpen arms that Casey Dill has at his dispense.
Yeah, I mean, this is a long season. We're barely just in Game 5. We've seen some injuries, so there's going to be a lot of innings thrown for those power arms all this summer.
1-2 from Schechter. Swung on and missed. He got him with the fastball in the outer half. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Kenny Schechter.
No better start for Schechter. He's just coming in and just throwing straight gas, and he is lighting up the hitters. That one was only at 85, but his good off speed that he has, it's a good depth, a good change, about 74 on his off speed, and 11-mile-per-hour difference, and you see the results.
Fouled back to the screen as Will Medina steps in. Flew out in the first, reached on an error by Manji, who eventually came around to score, and then doubled back in the 5th. So he scored twice, scored 2 of the 3 runs tonight for Inland Valley. He's behind 0-1. Schechter with 2 strikeouts here in the bottom, or the top of the 7th, excuse me. The slider swung on and missed again, and Schechter is in some sort of rhythm.
Yeah, you talk about being locked in. He's come in here just absolutely throwing darts to these hitters and barely any balls, and he's 1 strike away from striking out the side.
0-2 from Schechter. looking, strike 3 called on the outer half. He got him with the slider, and Kenny Schechter comes in, gets 3 strikeouts, and retires the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here in Palm Springs on the Power Baseball Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bring you back out to Palm Springs for the bottom of the 7th here at historic Palm Springs Stadium. EJ Sanchez alongside Jayce Cicinelli. 6-7-8 duo up here for the Power. Aiden Perez will lead it off, and he has had a ball game. He's scored twice, and he has his first couple of hits in a Power uniform. He came around to score back in the 5th on the RBI single from Alonso Reyes. And unfortunately here at the stadium, we didn't get all the way through Sweet Caroline, so apologies to all of our friends from the Northeast. Any potential Red Sox fans, including one of our marketing interns, Sean Liu, who's been a great MC for us tonight here at the ballpark. So first pitch here at the bottom of the 7th to Aiden Perez. He sees this go back to the screen, ball 1.
Yeah, Aiden Perez, one of the new guys we mentioned. 2 runs scored tonight. He's been on base twice, or actually 3 times because he reached on an error. And I mean, all 3 of the guys, new guys for this lineup, the 6-7-8 hitters, all produced tonight. Love to see that if you're Casey Dill.
Out of the windup, the 0-1. Out on the outer half, called strike. That one coming in at 87 out of the hand of Entrup. Another one of these Citrus College guys that have made their way to the Inland Valley Legends. Setting up outside here is Ben Lee. 1-1. Swing and a miss. He went high and tight with the fastball at 87. Got the swing, and in the hole right now is Aiden Perez.
Yeah, definitely the fastest pitcher we've seen for the Inland Valley pitching staff, and Entrum just letting it rip here.
So 2 other pitchers available tonight for Palm Springs. Stowe and Mosley available, and this one's called strike 3 on the outer half. He watched the fastball leak over back onto the plate, a little bit of a 2-seam, and it's a backwards K to lead off the 7th for the Power, and it'll bring up Alonso Reyes.
Yeah, definitely the fastest pitch. I went at 88, and it's a good spot there, and 1 out now in the inning.
So in from the left side now, Alonso Reyes. What a debut he has had for this Palm Springs team. 3 RBIs, 3 hits. He scored twice, and one of the first requested players that we've had for player of the game. We'll find that out as this goes post-game. And Jayce, you'll be down there with our player of the game. Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias to be up to date with that. The 0-1 from Entrup. Taken for a ball. And to keep up to date with everything Palm Springs Power, follow us on social media. Follow the Power on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Palm Springs Power. Or visit our website at palmspringspowerbaseball.com. To tease the website a little bit more, our Q&A with Noah Blythe will be hopping onto the website here in the next 24, 48 hours. And he was such a good interview, man. And 3 seasons that he's spent here with Palm Springs, goes into details about why he chose here, why he continues to stay here, maybe more importantly. And can't wait for everybody to check that out as it goes on the website pretty soon here. The 2-1 is line foul near the bouncy house. Look out, everyone. Everybody's okay. Finds its way to the parking lot. It's even now at 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, Noah Blythe, just one of the true pros, one of the great young man here on this roster and just a great player, has a lot of heart, and he cares about all his teammates and his coaches.
2-2 from Intrup. Goes between the wickets of his catcher Lee. The count will go full. Out of Cerritos College is Alonso Reyes. Had nearly 300 at-bats in 2 seasons and got the full experience of any community college, any JUCO. That's what you go there for, is for reps. And I'm sure with the night he's had tonight, Reyes would be the first one to tell you it's paid off as he draws the walk. He'll trot down to first. And now we have an opportunity for Hashimoto.
Yeah, here's Kashimoto, the shortstop, and I believe he's a switch hitter. He's batting from the right-handed side, and now he's from the left-handed side. So,
a native of Kanohe, Hawaii.
Yes.
Found his way to St. Mary's, a teammate of Aiden Tork. But as Jayce said, in from the left side. He takes for ball 1. Missed just a little high and outside. Hashimoto reached on an error back in the first, walked in the second. Fielder's choice in the fourth, had an RBI single in the fifth. As we mentioned, every single newcomer getting their first start, and each one of them are walking out with at least a hit and at least 1 RBI. He watches the first 2 go by as Intrup misses high again.
Yeah, here's count here for Kashimoto, looking to get his second hit of the night, and he's already been on base twice. We're going to take a quick pause here as I'm going to be on the play-by-play as that one misses inside. 3-0 the count. Kashimoto here with a 3-0 count.
As he waits for the 3-0. In there, called strike 1. And we have to give a shout-out to not only our social media manager, but clearly a communications expert. Kyle Mosley, the relief pitcher, is sitting on deck, getting ready to take his first cuts, his first swings of the season. We saw the Kenny Schechter show yesterday. We'll get the Mosley show tonight. The 3-1. Misses outside, and he's going to do it with runners in scoring position. Back-to-back walks as he'll pinch hit for Dalton Thomas, and that'll be Dalton's night.
Yeah, just emptying out the bench, another PO, and this is what you love to see. See, we saw Schechter do it on Wednesday. See if another pitcher can do it here for this power team.
Mosley, obviously known more for what he's done on the bump, but a lot of fun happening here in Palm Springs. Another relief pitcher getting an opportunity, and he takes a hack at the first one, and you see the reaction from his teammates near the dugout. That's what you're supposed to do if you're a pitcher getting, a pinch hit appearance. A native of Mansfield, Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in the Lone Star State. Transferred from Hill College after 3 seasons. He watches strike 2 on the outer half. So he's down 0-2. Power player that has returned, has created a nice little environment in the clubhouse this season. So he's down 0-2 with a runner at first and second. Both walked in Reyes and Kashimoto. The 0-2 is in the dirt, gets away from Lee. Everybody will move up 90 feet. And now an RBI situation for the reliever.
Yeah, Mosley, if he could put a bat on a ball here, definitely will get an RBI. And this will be your starting pitcher tomorrow night for Power fans still watching here on the Power Broadcast Baseball Network.
So 1-2 count, chance for an RBI. Schechter had the hit yesterday. The 1-2. Just a bit low and a good eye there from Mosley, about 6 to 8 inches off the bottom of the zone. He evens the count at 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Power lead 15-3. Highlighted by a 6-run 5th inning. Mosley swings and misses on the outer half. He got him with the fastball, and Mosley will trot back to the bench. 2 runners still in scoring position. For one of the fan favorites here in Palm Springs, Isaiah Manji will step in. 3 hits on the night. He scored twice. A leadoff double. He grounded out to short in the second. He singled in the 4th and came around to score and hit in the 5th. Hit twice in the 5th. So Manji will watch this one in the dirt. Nice block by Ben Lee. Chance to tack on 2 more RBIs.
Yeah, Ben Lee, we haven't talked about him much tonight, but he's been blocking a lot of good pitches down there. There's been a lot of balls spiked in the dirt tonight from the pitching staff for the Legends, and he's done all he could tonight.
This one also in the dirt. No action in the Inland Valley bullpen. This one is all interrupts.
Yeah, Monji looking to try and get another base hit here. He already has 2 tonight, or 3, pardon me, and looking for a 4-hit game and trying to get 2 more runs, which would score on a single and try and tie their 17-run total from last game.
The 2-0 from Intrup is low. Waiting on deck is Nick Eli, who came in defensively for Austin Haller. And the 2 spot today for Palm Springs has yet to come up without scoring. Austin Haller scored all 4 of his times up to the plate, and Eli came around last inning. 3-0. Right down Broadway for strike 1.
Yeah, definitely a stat right there as far as being consistent in that 2-hole for the Power offense. Just getting on base any way you can and just putting that ball in play, and that's what the 2 hitters have done tonight for the Power.
3-1. Low and away, and he's going to get an opportunity here as Manji will throw his bat and trot down to first for the walk. And contrary to what we've seen throughout the season, Jayce, this isn't a hit around the ballpark kind of inning. All 3 Power base runners have reached on a walk.
Yeah, Power looking to score in this inning, and they've only been shut out 1 time in this inning. That was in the back in the bottom of the 3rd. Scored in every other inning.
So out of the windup, Entrup. Eli takes ball 1 low.
Yeah, continuing to just fall behind on the count early on as a pitcher. That's not a winning recipe, and that's why, I mean, obviously you're dealing with a great offense and Power, but a lot of free passes, a lot of hit by pitches. Trying to make good quality pitches. Can't do that when you're behind.
The 1-0 is fouled back into the parking lot behind us. Evens the count at 1-1.
Still waiting for a foul ball to come to the booth. Wonder if that will ever happen this season.
The native of Salt Lake City, Utah, and Newman University awaits his 1-1. Eli fouls this one back into the screen. It's 1-2.
Another good swing for Eli. He's been on a lot of pitches, and he doesn't strike out a lot. You see him just locked in. Now you see him with 2 strikes right there, shortening up on the bat, and he's just trying to punch it the other way. Big 3-4 hole there on that right side of the infield.
A 15-3 lead here for the Power, trying to add some on. Out of the windup, Entrup. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did. They trot off the field. Strike 3. And the Power will go quietly in the 7th. So no runs on no hits, no errors. There were 3 men left on. We'll go to the top of the 8th here in Palm Springs on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Welcome back to Palm Springs, and a couple of changes being made for Casey Dill. Eric Areola enters the outfield and right field for Noah Bly, so Noah's day is done, and Tyler Nelson will come in for Reyes behind the plate after Reyes has a heck of a debut in a power uniform. Kenny Schechter has a perfect inning once again, and he'll give way to Trevor Stowe. Stowe, the sophomore, 6'2", 200-pounder, committed to Washington State next season, a 3.78 ERA this last spring, and another one of these high-leverage arms that Casey Dill has at his dispense. And I say high leverage very loosely in this 15-3 ball game in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, Trevor Stowe, this is the third appearance of the season. In his first 2, he's thrown 4 innings, all shutout innings, and 5 strikeouts, and has kept a very good quality pitch count as well. Very efficient on the mound.
And this first pitch goes right into the back of Ben Lee, and he'll trot down to first. So apologies to Trevor Stowe's family. The little broadcaster jinx rears its head. And the leadoff man on here for Inland Valley.
Yeah, I'll take the blame on that one. Very, as we mentioned, very efficient, but that's now his second hits batsman of the season for Trevor Stowe.
Brings up Justin Cabada, who reached on a fielder's choice in the second. He singled in the 4th as he watches ball 1 high and away. He reached on an error by Austin Haller in the 5th. Officially 1 for 3. And a 15-3 lead here for Palm Springs. Out of the stretch, the 1-0 here from Stowe. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball high and away by Cabada, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Trevor Stowe is a guy who can run his fastball up to 94. He sits 90 to 92. That one was in the upper 80s, but he's still getting the arm loose.
The 1-1 misses outside at 89. And Micromania returns to Palm Springs Stadium on Saturday, tomorrow, June 8th. After Power Baseball, professional wrestlers jump into the ring in a night of fun for all ages. Micromania, presented by the Dragon's Den and Summer Baseball, all for the price of admission. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch, and evens the count at 2-2 is Trevor Stowe. Purchase your tickets at the stadium box office on game night on June 8th. Tomorrow night should be a heck of a lot of fun for all of us. Anybody else, we encourage you to come down to the ballpark to take part in that. The 2-2 off-speed misses high. The count will run full.
Yeah, important to know the game does not start at 7 tomorrow. It starts at 5 p.m. Gates will open at 4:30, and we'll have the Micromania event going on right after the ball game. So it's going to be a very long and a very fun night, very fun Saturday night here at the Palm Springs Stadium.
Payoff pitch for Stowe. Misses high and away. So first 2 batters reach here for Inland Valley. Hit batsman was Lee. Cabada reaches his first walk of the night, and it brings up Jack Licata.
Gotta love the sound crew tonight. Griffin, one of our interns, Griffin McDaniel, has been on the sound all night. Has been just played Elmo's Whirl, and Jack Licata stepping up to the plate.
Licata 0 for 2 with a walk. Walk back in the 4th, swings and waves at this for strike 1. Fastball at 89 out of the hand of Stowe. So he gets ahead of the first batter of the inning, or his first batter of the inning, I should say. Slight shade opposite field. The second pitch is in there for a strike. Took a little off, 72 on the slider, and Stowe's ahead 0-2 after pitching a beautiful inning of work just a few days ago. And he has an opportunity to get his first strikeout here. Strikeout would be extremely helpful.
Yeah, curveball's his best pitch, but he'll throw it here and there, and it's working so far.
Swing and a miss. The slider, he got him. And the first out of the inning is a strikeout for Jack Licata. Brings up Sean Buskovich. Runners on first and second here as Stowe gets a much-needed out.
And you don't see a lot of pitchers double up on the slider. Love going out of your regular rhythm, and you go back there with another slider. You threw it good that previous pitch. He goes right back there again, same spot, and you get the swing and miss.
Buskovich steps in. He's officially 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the second as he takes strike 1 on the outer half. And struck out to Connor Batzer, who came in and did an outstanding job in the 4th inning, inducing a strikeout and a double play. And Buskovich reached on the single in the 6th. Runners on first and second, 0-1. And I don't think Tyler Nelson thought that pitch was going to have as much break as it did. Drops in the curveball at 0-2.
Yeah, Tyler Nelson coming in defensively in this inning. He's got a lot of good Off-speed pitch is already thrown in this inning for Stowe, and he loves throwing his off-speed. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup.
0-2, misses outside, gets away from Nelson. Nelson looking to throw, goes the back way down to second, not in time. And Nelson had an opportunity to go down to second, and a good tag was made by Nick Eli, and that's a smart play as Ben Lee got a good jump off of second, but it's always that trail runner that doesn't have to be as precise.
Yeah, and I totally agree with there. I love the decision. 90% of the time, you'll see catchers, well, not 90% of the time, but a lot of the time, you'll see catchers go for that lead runner instead.
Now 2 in scoring position. This one's poked down the right field line. It'll drift foul.
Yeah, very bang play there, but it goes in the favor of the runner, and now they have 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out of the inning, and got to get a new lumber. Looks like Boscovich broke his bat. Haven't mentioned, but it's an all-wood league here, and very far. 350 down both lines, 400 at dead center. Not a lot of home runs here in this league.
And we want to remind everybody that to bring the whole family this Saturday to a Palm Springs Power baseball game. Every Saturday at Palm Springs Stadium is Jack in the Box Kids Night, with all kids 12 and under receiving free admission. Games start at 7 with tickets available at the Palm Springs Stadium box office. Affordable fun for the whole family every Saturday night this summer with Power Baseball. And Sean Boscovich has a new piece of lumber as he gets ready to step back in. He's down 1-2.
Important to know, that was the first ball that Stowe has hit in the 90s tonight. Definitely a reason for the bat to break.
The 1-2. This one's punched to right field. Under it is Arriola. It looks to be deep enough to score a run. Arriola's throw will come in, cut off. No, it won't, and the runner will come in to score. It'll be Ben Lee. So an RBI sac fly for Boscovich is his first RBI. And Inland Valley gets one back. It's 15-4. It'll bring up Connor DeBenin. Struck out in the second, rounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the fourth, and grounded out to Nick Eli in the sixth. So he awaits his first pitch. In there for strike one. 88-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer half.
Yeah, Stowe, after the first 2 hitters, you're starting to see him more aggressive. You have a big lead. You're just trying to throw strikes. That's all you're trying to do as a job of the pitcher in a blowout game, and that's what he's been doing last couple.
In the dirt. Handle here by Nelson. 1-1. Count even here to Connor DeBenin, the designated hitter out of Orange Coast College. Delivery. Off-speed pitch just catches the top of the zone, and Connor DeBenin asking home plate umpire if that had a lot of the zone. He's still looking back. He's not too happy about that call. We're here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-2, 2 outs. The delivery from Stowe. Called! Strike 3. Back-to-back off-speed pitches on the outer half. DeBenin is retired. And after the first 2 batters reach, it's a clean inning here for Trevor Stowe. So 1 run comes in, though, for Inland Valley off of no hits, no errors. There was 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in Palm Springs.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
We welcome you back now to Palm Springs, the bottom of the 8th, and the first at-bat of the day for Eric Adiola. Had his first hit a couple of days ago against the SoCal Mavericks, and he comes in for Noah Blythe. Eric out of Lubbock Christian College in North Texas. And it's the first inning of work here for Jonathan Maldonado. We'll get you a couple of new substitutions for Inland Valley, but Ariola steps in, awaiting his first pitch. He sees it low and in.
We have breaking news that we just were informed. EJ, do you want to do the honors?
I guess I can. Ted Stowe, Hunter's dad, letting us know up here in the box that this will be Trevor's last night in Palm Springs as Ariola takes ball 2. He's up 2-0. As we said, the commit to Washington State got the call from Pulaski that said, you're going to spend summer with us. And, when the big brother calls, so to speak, you got to listen to what you do. So, Trevor, if this is it for the summer, an amazing summer that he has had in his 2 appearances, and in the little time we've had a blast getting to know him.
Yeah, very good young man, and obviously from College of the Desert, getting a big, obviously moment in his life to play D1 baseball and at a very good Washington State baseball program.
Ariola, 3-1 now, went 1 for 3 in that game against the SoCal Mavericks. He awaits the 3-1. This one's punched into right field. It's shallow. It has a chance to fall, but coming in to make the play is Justin Cabada for the first out. As we said, a couple of substitutions, including Doug Allen. He steps in at third base for Nathan Helen.
Yeah, Joe Jimenez coming up, and he's done his job tonight as far as coming off the bench. We talked about it. We didn't mention we have a manager show now once a week. It'll be every Friday. It'll be posted here on the Palm Springs YouTube channel. And talking to Casey Dill as we're going to wait for this pitch to come by.
Jimenez lines this one up the middle. It's handled there by Licata. The throw to first and got him by a step. With Jimenez's speed, you thought he was going to have a chance to beat that out, but a clean exchange and throw there by Licata and 2 quick outs here in the 8th.
Yeah, another quick out there. But back to my point. Casey Dill, we talked about there's been a handful of injuries and a lot of reserves that might not think they were going to get a lot of playing time off the bench, but Jimenez, perfect example of him as far as being ready. He's 0 for 2 tonight now, but he does have 2 RBIs and a sac fly, so he's done his job as far as producing runs home in this blowout 15-4 ball game.
And speaking of pinch hitters, now you have another one of the Palm Springs fan favorites. Richie Amavisca steps in after an impressive week that he has had. And because I have to, you have to mention him as one of the two-way guys that has emerged here for Palm Springs. I'll tell you about that after this pitch. It's 0-1, and he misses outside as Jonathan Maldonado, even at 1-1. So unfortunately, Zach Wallace wasn't able to finish his 9th inning of work against Santa Clarita. So who steps in for emergency pitching duty? Richie Amavisca. And not only that, he ran up to 88 miles an hour and had 2 strikeouts in the inning.
Yeah, we've seen the strong throwing arm that Amavisca provides at the hot corner.
Amavisca softly lines this to second base. It's handled there by Gutzmacher, and that will end the inning. So the Power go quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. And we'll take you to the top of the 9th as the Power try to close out another here in Palm Springs.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Family setting, you know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Top of the ninth here in Palm Springs. The Power lead the Inland Valley Legends 15-4. And on to finish it off will be Trevor Stowe.
Yeah, last inning, we were informed, we mentioned, last inning here as a Palm Springs Power on the team. And obviously, what better way to do it than to pitch a scoreless top of the ninth and close out this 15-4 ball game.
Xander McLaurin, the center fielder, steps in. He's 0 for 4. Out of the windup is Trevor. He's ready. He delivers. Off-speed pitch on the outer half in there, called strike one. One more defensive change for the night. Richie Amavisca, he hit for Kirkland, so naturally he stays in at first base. This one's lined into left field. Coming on and making the grab in left is Perez, and that's out number one here in the top of the ninth.
Yeah, quick out there, and 2 outs away now for the Power to close out this ball game.
Gavin Gretzmacher steps in. He walked and stole a base in the first. He lined out to Manji in the third, flew out to Holler in the fourth, and struck out in the seventh. He is also 0 for 4. Gretzmacher awaits the first pitch from Stowe. This one's popped back behind us here in the parking lot. It'll be strike one. So quickly ahead here is Stowe, a fastball again in the upper 80s. Trevor delivers. And he just lost the handle on an off-speed pitch that missed high. And it'll go back to the screen, and Tyler Nelson will get him a new baseball. 1-1, we appreciate everybody who's been tuned in all night long here from wherever you might be listening. We're working on a way for everybody to be able to let you know we're listening, as this ball's lined into the 4-hole in right field. Up with it is Areola, but it'll be the first hit of the night, and Gretzmacher is on here in the ninth.
Yeah, first hit of the night for him, and first hit since the 6th inning for the Legends. Got another Elmo's World appearance for the walk-up song for the visiting team.
And it's for Doug Allen, the sophomore who began his career at Compton College. Gets his first at-bat of the night. Steps in with the yellow, almost workman batting gloves. He tugs his bat close to his chest. And Stowe will check on Gretzmacher. The all-ash bat with the black handle and tan barrel. A little bend in the knees is the stance here of Allen, who awaits his first pitch. This one's tapped down the line to third base. Manji will let it roll foul.
Yeah, Doug Allen from Mississippi Valley State, and just 28 at-bats, just 5 for 28, 179 batting average, couple walks, 1 double, and he struck out 11 times in those 28 at-bats.
So a couple of the fans starting to find their ways towards the exits, hopefully just trying to get some extra rest and join us tomorrow for Micromania. As Jayce said earlier, the second biggest announced crowd of the season. Off-speed pitch misses away, and it's 2-1 now for Trevor.
Yeah, it's been a great start to this season. 2 outs away from making it 24 straight. And a better way to close out the weekend with Micromania, which is projected to be the second biggest crowd.
As Stowe delivers this off-speed pitch, a little high and tight, and he falls behind here 2-1. And Micromania, the 4th of July opening night, one of many amazing nights and promos that we'll be having all season long here at Palm Springs Stadium. We look forward to seeing everybody out here at the ballpark. Runner takes off, the throw from Nelson down to second. Not in time, as Gretzmacher will find his way to second with a stolen base, his second of the night.
Yeah, stolen base there, but how about that catch there from Nick Eli? That throw totally pulled him off the bag, and he's able to keep it from sailing into center and potentially Grutzmarker advancing an extra 90 feet.
The 2-2 from Stowe. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider. And the Power are 1 out away from polishing off another dominant win here in game number 5.
Yeah, good pitch there, good slider for Stowe, and potentially his last batter in his Power career as he heads to Washington State after tonight.
It'll be a new batter that hasn't seen much action tonight. Joshua Sir steps in. So Sir will step in. He'll take over for Medina, who scored 2 of the 4 runs tonight for Inland Valley. 1-0, slight opposite field pull is Jimenez in center. Nelson has to range to his right here to corral this one. That misses way outside into the left-handed batter's box, and it's 2-0. Working out of the stretch, here's Trevor. Deliberate, checks a couple of times at Grutzmacher. Now delivers. Off-speed pitch, low and away. And the last thing you want to see if you're Trevor is a 4-pitch walk to keep this inning going in an 11-run game. And he goes 4 straight. He walks the pinch hitter, Sir, and it'll bring Ben Lee up to the plate. He had a 2 RBI single in the 5th. He's reached his other 2 times. He's been on base 3 times in total tonight for Inland Valley.
Yeah, Ben Lee coming up and obviously 1 out away from closing out this ball game. See if Stowe can get out of this little surge with the first and second 2 outs.
Slightly open stance here as Lee pops this one foul towards the right side. And I don't know if rivalry is the technical term for it because they did win 4 out of 5 games last season. But if you ask guys last season like Kirkland and Noah Blythe, starting off CPCL play with a win against the Legends has got to be a good feeling as this starts off high and it'll finish high and it's a ball. 1-1 here to Ben Lee out of Cal Poly Pomona. The Power will be there on Sunday. Strike 2 on the outer half. A generous call, a delayed call behind the plate. 1-2, and we're 1 strike away from being done here in Palm Springs. Stowe holds, checks, delivers. Swing and a miss. He got him with the fastball, and that will do it. Trevor Stowe comes in and pitches 2 innings of relief baseball, and the Power win it 15-4.
Yeah, what a game. Complete game on all sides of the baseball. Good aggressive base running, a lot of stolen bases. Offensive explosion yet again. 15 runs on 16 hits. Defense was a little shaky, but still good tonight, and the pitching staff, unbelievable. I mean, just another complete performance on all sides of the baseball, and Power continue to amaze. 24 straight and 5-0 and 1-0 in conference play.
Connor Batzer will get the win, his first of the season. Henry will take the loss for Inland Valley. And though the Power go to 5-0, maybe more importantly, they go 1-0 in CPCL play. They'll continue CPCL play tomorrow with another game against these same Legends. Then they'll head up north to Cal Poly Pomona for a doubleheader on Sunday. Make sure everybody has trying to find their way here to Palm Springs tomorrow for Micromania. It's going to be a great time here at the ballpark. We encourage you to get here early. 4:30, the gates open up. 5 o'clock is when the game starts. And Jayce, tomorrow you'll be on the call for that game, and it looks forward to being a fun night.
Yeah, it'll be another good game, and I mean, just the absolute momentum that this team has, whether it's conference play or out of conference play. They continue to spike and get some runs every inning, and they keep the all-gas, no-break mentality. And obviously, player of the game, got to be the newcomer, Alonzo Reyes, behind the plate. 3 for 4 on the night. 1 run scored, 4 RBIs and a walk, and getting on base on 4 out of the 5 plate appearances for the Power.
It's a beautiful debut for the newcomer, but a lot of debuts to go around, and that's, again, what makes summer baseball so fun to watch, and we'll continue to watch it throughout the season. So for everybody here with Palm Springs, Jayce Cicinelli, EJ Sanchez saying goodnight. It takes a senior to be a junior as we sign off from the palm trees here in California.